In major cities like Hong Kong, New York, and London, millions of residents are living in micro apartments that are smaller than your bathroom. Climbing upstairs into the other apartment here, you can see this is true coffin home. This is the whole kitchen. What?
Toilet, the shower, and the sink all in one, and you can barely fit through the crack here.
In this video, we're gonna meet dozens of small home dwellers to see how they adapt their lives and what keeps them going.
I thought this place was like a jail.
Let's start in Hong Kong with the notorious coffin homes. Hong Kong gets more than 50 million visitors a year, making it one of the world's most touristic destinations. But life isn't so easy for the local people, as 25% of them are living below the poverty line. Even worse, hundreds of thousands of residents are living in coffin homes, or claustrophobic rooms that are squeezed into overcrowded buildings. As rent prices continue to skyrocket in the city, many locals aren't able to afford basic accommodations. This is a really sad reality for 100,000 people in Hong Kong. They have to live like this.
Rent is like the most expensive expense you can imagine.
Most of the people, they need to share the bathroom and the kitchen in the unsanitary conditions.
Check to check for probably about 2 years.
Hong Kong also has a huge wealth gap. The rich are like crazy, rich Asian rich, and then the poor are quite poor, like under the poverty line.
So how did Hong Kong get so expensive?
After World War II, Hong Kong experienced massive population growth due to the influx of mainlanders coming down to Hong Kong. The government struggled to provide adequate housing, leading to the development of slums and squatter settlements like this one. Looking up gives me a pit in my stomach. There's nowhere else in the world that I've seen living conditions like this. As Hong Kong urbanized and developed its economy as we know today, these informal settlements were cleared to make room for high-rise buildings. However, the government's focus on commercial development meant that affordable housing is in short supply. The widening gap between the rich and the poor in Hong Kong has led to an increase of coffin residents over the last few years.
Hong Kong is a city divided by wealth. On the island itself, areas like central and mid-levels are home to luxury skyscrapers, while districts like Kowloon are densely packed with lower income residents.
When you look up, there's like thousands of rooms that I can see in this one moment.
The wealthier areas have sleek malls and high-end restaurants, whereas neighborhoods like Sham Shui Po are packed with budget street markets and food stalls.
You see almost no tourists around here. There's very little English.
These divisions reflect deep social and economic gaps that have become more visible as housing prices surge across the city. To explore this further, I'm meeting up with an American expat named Brian who lives in the trendy district of Wan Chai. He's gonna show me what housing looks like for someone with a high-paying job, and later we'll compare it to the dire conditions in the coffin homes.
This is the spot, 4F.
Dude, this is sick. Damn.
Got the kitchen going on here, cool floor design. Got the bedroom in here, queen, AC up top, and then that connects to the bathroom.
How do you fit in there?
I definitely had to get good at squatting. Yeah, a little terrace action. Got the overhang,
How much does this cost a month?
14K.
Now that we've seen a standard apartment for an expat in Hong Kong, it's time to dive deeper into the living conditions for the working class, those who earn as little as $20 per day. I'm heading just a few metro stops north of Hong Kong Island to the mainland.
This area that I'm in, called Mong Kok, is considered to be the most densely populated district on Earth. 130,000 people per square kilometer. You can see the buildings go on forever, and even crazier, right now I'm standing at the top of a parking garage on the 8th floor, and you can see the building just grows out of the ground from the parking garage. Look, it goes up another 10 floors. I'm about to meet up with a lady named Miss Lai Shan, who runs the Society for Community Organization here, where they help those in need in the cage homes. You can see directly below the coffin homes, there's all these markets, and everyone's out on the street buying meats, vegetables, getting bubble tea. It's super, super busy down here.
We are about to step inside one of the last remaining cage homes, which, unlike coffin homes, are literally made out of wires.
I'm standing outside of the cage home. It's somewhat of a normal apartment complex. I mean, it's a little bit rusty, but peeking inside, it literally looks like a bird cage. Right now, I'm inside one of the last remaining cage homes in Hong Kong. It's a brutal living situation in really tight quarters and not very sanitary. And pretty soon this will all be phased out. It's really, really, really sad to witness this, and people have to live in these harsh living conditions. Really just breaks my heart to experience this. Everywhere in here is just cages.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. That's for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Mr. Fong, how long have you been living in these homes?
20
years.
20 years. 20 years ago, were there a lot more people living in these conditions?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes.
What are some of the struggles that you have every day?
Most of them, they are single people, and there are many problems. The hygiene or the,
How many people live in this room?
and most of them pass away. Before there is 3 more these rooms.
Do you plan to leave this place and have a new home?
He said, I have no pain, I just waiting to die.
There is electricity. You have a fridge over here in the corner. Just out the window is the street. This is a bizarre living situation here. It's an old elevator.
Daytime is more elderly at home because the young one, they need to go to work, even holiday.
He doesn't seem very happy, that guy.
Of course, unemployed, and he divorced. After some period, he's drug addict.
He was.
I think his health also
deteriorated
more. For the lower class, if you want to have a better life in Hong Kong, it's quite difficult because the wage is low.
It's so expensive
And
here.
then it's very hard to apply for public housing.
In Hong Kong, rent control is limited, meaning there are few laws to regulate how much landlords can charge tenants. Public housing remains scarce, with long waiting lists for government-subsidized flats that can take several years to get approval. And while these cage homes are nearly banned today, coffin homes have emerged as a new crisis, and they are even smaller living spaces. We are heading to another complex in Mong Kok to see just how bad the situation has become.
We just entered the next place, and immediately I'm hit with cigarette smell. The toilet not functioning very well. Pretty rusty too.
The living space is similar to that one. Yeah, but the material of the design is different.
But these are all different places around us.
Yeah.
It's incredibly narrow in here, like maybe 1.5 feet wide. Everyone's just smoking cigarettes, watching their TVs. I've never seen a living condition like this before. This is absolutely insane. Nice to meet you. How are you? You like horse racing? Me too. Last time I was here, I was betting on the horses. And I won 300 Hong Kong dollars last time. How long have you been living up here?
10 years, over
10 years. How did you end up here? What were you doing before you arrived to live here?
Before that, he lived in family with children in public housing. The children, they get married there, and then they don't have enough space. So he give up to move out. He divorced with the family, the wife. So he need to move out also.
Got it. Do you mind me asking, how much does it cost to live here?
2,000.
Per month?
Yeah.
Which is like $200 US a month. Yeah. What are some of the struggles you have living in here?
First, come up and come down is very difficult because I'm always near 70, so it's not easy for elderly to come up and down. At least we have an air conditioner.
Yeah, you have AC.
Yeah, and but there are also the ring.
Yeah, it's leaking. As we're standing here, I'm getting water on my head.
Oh.
Are you friends with the other people living in here?
He said depends. Some of them are quite friendly. Some are not. We just don't talk to each other.
Yeah.
Only one toilet for 11 people, so there will be competing to use the toilet.
呢啲放啲衣服，卡啲呢即係自己個病卡啲藥。
Diabetes.
Diabetes. How about the TV? You got a TV in there?
係。自己嘅如果
High resolution. Really? Nice. You got a little TV in the corner. What about for food? How do you get food?
食飯要買飯盒咯。
A lunch box or dinner is buy the lunch box to come here to eat at home at the bed.
If you could say one message to everybody in the world, what would you tell them?
都冇咩講啊，點講呢？
He said in Hong Kong to build the housing is take quite a long time, and so he want to say to the public is hope the Hong Kong government can do more work and build the public housing faster.
You're really, really friendly, and I really appreciate your time.
多謝你好嘢。Thank you.
Thank you, 謝謝。唔該。We're entering the next accommodation here. It's a little bit brighter in here. There's AC right above me, you can see. It doesn't smell like cigarettes. How are you?
Oh, okay. Bye.
Nice to meet you. How long do you live here?
About 10 years.
10 years. Is it difficult living here?
Very difficult. Very hot.
Because when he closed the door, no any ventilation inside.
When you go downstairs on the street, where do you normally go? Where do you spend your time?
Not go to street, only go to work.
He works.
If not work, he come back here. He said.
What is your job?
Metal.
Making. Metal making. Got it. Do you have a family?
Divorced.
Divorced.
Yeah.
Can I look inside? Yeah, everybody has a TV here. You don't have like a mattress. You just sleep on the floor. No mattress.
Because the mattress we catch, always keep the bed bug.
Bed bugs.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not very comfortable. You can put like maybe... Not comfortable. You can put like a small mattress, no?
But it's very, maybe make easy dirty.
Dirty. What's the most difficult thing about living here?
The people sometimes conflict.
Conflict. So people like fighting or something.
Yeah.
What are you watching on TV?
No.
Horse racing.
Everybody likes horse racing.
Yeah.
How does it work applying for public housing? Like anybody living in this condition can apply, and how do you get accepted to have a new house?
Actually, they have a mean test. If your income, your assets is lower than certain level, and then you can apply for public housing. For single people, if you are not elderly, you need waiting for over 10 years. Yeah, for elderly, it might be from 4 to 6 years.
If you could go back in time and change anything about the way that you live your life, what would you do differently?
Before that, he owned his own home. But now, because I have some accidents, he lost his own money. But he don't want to talk anything.
He doesn't want to talk about what happened.
Don't talk about it. Got
it. If you could change anything about the government of Hong Kong, what would you tell them?
He
hoped the government to improve the living standard quality of the people.
These apartment complexes are just wild to walk through. The craziest part is you're always near the street. Getting out of here is a mess. Can't believe people are actually living in here. I'm literally speechless right now. So all of these accommodations are only in this area, or they're all over Hong Kong?
Oh, many places.
Many places.
Yeah.
So tell me about Soko organization.
We are an NGO. We are working for those underprivileged in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
They are living in cage homes, subdivided flat, cubicles, or homeless. So we work with them to help them to improve their living conditions, also reflect their problems to the government and the society.
How has Hong Kong changed in the last 30 years since you started working at Soko?
They have become more expensive, and the gap between the rich and the poor, they are getting more.
Bigger.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, here we go to upstairs.
Okay. We're heading into the next home. So this one is quite different from the other ones. It feels more like an apartment complex, but it is quite dirty, as you can see. Hello.
Hello.
How are you? These are all houses left and right. There are 20 homes in this tiny hallway right here. Each of the doors are about 5 feet tall. Super hot. I need to have a napkin like that to wipe my face. This one's a little bit more colorful, a little bit more spacious. There's more light. We have natural light from the window.
As we explore this block of coffin homes, one lovely resident is eager to give me a tour. I take it she doesn't get too many visitors.
I literally forgot that there's other people over here. It's crazy, there's 20 people in this one room. This is Miss Ao's room and she's letting me go inside. This is her entire room. It's about 6 feet tall, the ceiling. And her bed is just right here. All the groceries are on the wall, and literally it's just a bed and nothing else. There's a TV. She does have a TV. She has to pay extra for the AC, so she's saving her money. She's not using it. And the heat outside, it's making my head spin. It's super, super humid here. It's in the summer right now. It's July. So this is like the hottest season, and the heat box in here.
this is room is small, no bigger. You understand?
I understand. This is for you.
For me?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
No problem. How long do you live here in this room?
Me is
8 years.
and over there is my room and no window, no window.
No window. You change rooms.
Change room.
When you have a window, it's much better
Yeah.
because you have light.
Open the window and very good to the body.
Do you work? You have a job?
No.
What about before?
For the banking.
Banking?
Yeah.
So why did you stop working in banking?
He's very old.
You became old.
Oh yeah. And my husband, no here.
He died?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh, no, never mind.
Are you applying for a new housing?
No.
You're not. So you think you will stay here for a long time?
Yeah.
You have a rice cooker. That's nice.
Yeah, in here is cooking. It's me.
So do you?
Okay.
Oh wow, you have a whole soup in
Yeah.
there. I want to take you downstairs in the market, and I can buy you some
Yes.
like vegetables.
Is go to the supermarket
Yeah.
and buy for the food
Yeah.
and buy for the drinking for the Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola. Do you ever have like a problem, like a fight with people here?
Sometimes
What happened?
is for the and looking the TV is sleeping.
Oh, they're too loud.
Yeah.
I've never in my life been this hot to shoot a story. Like, I've gone through 4 or 5 napkins already, just total drip and sweat. It breaks my heart to think that these people are actually living here. Like, I'm only here for a few hours. These people have spent 10 years living in these conditions. 10 years. It's absolutely heartbreaking.
Just next door to Koko, another friendly English-speaking resident invites me into his home, and his perspective is quite different than the rest.
How long do you live here?
About 8 years.
8 years.
Oh.
When you were younger, what was your life like here?
Working in Meaning, Thailand.
What was your job before?
Published printing.
Oh, the publishing,
Publishing.
printing.
What are the biggest struggles, difficulties of living in this place?
No problem nowadays.
No
me.
problem.
No problem for me. Yeah.
So you have no struggle, no stress living here. You like living here?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah, I like it.
Good. How much do you pay a month?
2,900.
2,900.
Yeah.
So it's more expensive. But it's a bigger room.
Yeah, bigger than others. But for me, it's enough.
Enough.
Because I go to the toilet only 1, 2, 3 steps. Okay.
If you could live in a bigger place, would you move or you would stay here?
I don't like bigger place.
But he said this area is very convenient because downstairs the market he can buy anything convenience. Yeah.
What do you like about Hong Kong and what do you not like about Hong Kong?
I like Hong Kong because I born here. I don't like my governor.
Why not? Why not?
Nothing. Cannot stay here. I don't have freedom.
Freedom.
Yeah.
More than mainland China.
More than over the world.
You know, I met 4 or 5 people living in these homes, but you seem to be the happiest. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Some people, you know, they like living with not many things.
For me, enough to live here. No problem.
Can you show me inside?
Okay. You can see.
Cool.
Good.
So this is the bed?
Yeah, my bed. Cooking here. Cooking bowl.
Yep.
Soap.
So you have a kitchen. This is your kitchen.
Kitchen, yes.
Yeah. Nice.
Nice.
I'm 1.7 meters. Look at my head.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
I'm exactly as tall as this roof.
Oh.
Like if I'm standing perfectly
this
comfortable.
room, you are taller, cannot stay here.
Like him.
Aircon, window.
You have aircon.
Yeah.
Do you use it?
No use.
Don't use it.
I feel cold.
You like a beer?
No, Chinese with medicine.
Medicine.
Yeah.
Oh, it's ginseng.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Oh,
That's
thank
for
you.
you. Of course. Very nice guy. You.
Yeah, thank you.
Like I know. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Coco just showed me these ladders here, which I didn't realize before.
Yeah.
And when you go up them, there's another level of places to stay. How much is this one?
2,000 and 2,100. This one is more. It's smaller.
Wow.
Well, it's not good.
Not,
Not good. The people is every day is go to the job is change one. This one is here.
oh, they have to sit there to change.
Yeah, the sitting or the change for.
Wow. And no AC, no air conditioning. Okay.
7 open.
Okay.
And 5 o'clock is closed.
So she's saying that the AC is only open in the nighttime. 7 p.m. it opens, and 5 a.m. it goes off for the day. So this room has 26 people.
26 room is not good. Money, entry money is the money.
Climbing upstairs into the other apartment here, and you can see this is true coffin home. This is the whole place. My camera's all the way up in the corner. This is all the space you get. Even when I'm kneeled down, I'm still at the roof level. It's a really, really sad reality of people that live here. It's still a couple $100s a month to stay here. It's not like it's $5, like it's still quite expensive. Hong Kong is an amazing city for tourism, but when you think about the reality of hundreds of thousands of locals living in places like this, it's truly heartbreaking. Thankfully, they have these bars that you can hold. Yeah, I'm okay. It's just hot. Never in my life have I seen accommodations like this. It's almost worse than sleeping on the street, because if you sleep on the street, you have a breeze. I don't know. Here, it's like you're just literally in a shoebox.
As I promised, I am taking Koko out on the streets to get some things at the market. I want to experience her daily routine and see how she navigates life in the city beyond her cramped living quarters.
I'm following Koko around. She's navigating these streets way better than I could.
Okay.
So many people in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
So busy all the time.
It's busy. Every day is busy.
Koko's on the move.
Over there, upstairs.
Yeah. Coco's becoming my tour guide.
Okay.
Do you want something?
No, thank you.
Nothing. What about some vegetables? No. Whoa. Coco.
Okay. Okay.
Why did you pay this?
Okay.
I can pay.
This one.
No.
Sorry.
I'll pay.
No.
Coco. Thank you. Coco.
Oh.
Why are you paying?
Okay.
Not right. I'm gonna give her a lot of extra bonus for this one. Coco, I wanna buy you some like groceries, like some food and stuff for your apartment.
Oh, yes.
Oh, that's a chair.
Yeah. It's sitting. No problem.
No. Let's go shopping. I buy you some vegetables, fruits for your apartment. Yeah.
Okay.
Come on, let's go. All of these fresh fruits and everything are just right below where Koko lives.
Yeah.
So it's very convenient.
Yes.
Do you like Hong Kong?
I like Hong Kong. Sometimes the people is no good.
Not friendly?
Yeah. To pay the money is no good.
The money to pay. Okay. Let's get something here. Come on. I love how she just has her cane, which is also a chair, and she sits down. This
one is $10.
$10. Anything, just take. I'll buy for you. What else do you want? More. Buy some more stuff.
$10 is okay now.
But I want to support you because you let me make video in your room, so now I want to.
And then it's $10 is okay lah. Okay.
One more?
No, thank you.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Okay.
Thank you. I hold.
Okay.
Do you want more?
Over there.
Over there. Okay. Wow, many people.
Yeah.
So busy.
This one.
You want this one?
This one.
Let's get this one. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Give me the bag.
Okay.
Give me the bag.
No.
I hold it. Give it to me. She's so stubborn.
Okay.
What else? Do you want one of this? Banana.
No, no.
You sure?
No, yeah.
What about this one? Apple.
Sorry, I'm not this one. Apple.
Okay, no problem. Koko is flying through the market.
Yeah.
Like I can't even keep up with it right now.
The market is very also the people is
a lot of people.
Yeah.
So how old are you?
Me, 70.
You're 70?
Yeah.
I think you're 55.
55 is 70.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I did not think that you're 70.
I'll give you the idea. Is okay one.
You're born in 1954. You're 70.
Yeah.
Wow, you look so young face. How old do you think I am?
You looking for 40. No.
33.
Oh. 33.
33.
For young.
Do you like better Hong Kong or mainland China?
I don't like for China.
You don't like China?
No.
Why not?
The people is no good.
Not friendly.
No.
What do you think about America? Do you like America?
Me? I like it.
Next time I come to Hong Kong, I find you.
Okay.
Okay?
I'm give you my telephone number.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Koko.
Okay.
Yeah, next time I come, I'm gonna call
And
you.
your friend is coming Hong Kong. Is call me. Is we are go to the shopping. Is eating. Okay.
You're gonna take you shopping next time you come here.
Your Hong Kong girlfriend is like it?
No girlfriend. No, he doesn't have a girlfriend. No girlfriend.
No.
No.
Why?
She's really giving you the business, bro.
Ah.
This has been a really humbling and emotional video to make. It's so sad to think that people are living in these conditions anywhere in the world, but especially in a place like Hong Kong where tourists come and they flock around and they go to Disneyland and they take the elevator to the 120th floor and sit at these sky bars. This is a reality for hundreds of thousands of people living in Hong Kong. They're living in places like this where the ceilings are as tall as the head and the bed is like this. It's really sad, and my mission coming here was to shine a light on these people and humanize them because they are living souls who have red blood just like me and you, and they deserve to have attention and they deserve to have their stories be heard.
Our next stop reveals a different kind of micro-living. In Seoul, South Korea, people spend about $300 a month to live in tiny apartments.
This is my house, goshiwon.
Here.
It's very interesting how it's in a commercial building.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, we just turn the corner, there's all these shops and cafes, and then it's like, boom, right here. Look at this place. It is so small. The alleyway here, when you walk in, it's like 2 feet wide. This is the entire space right here. That's it. If you're small like me, you can fit in the bed perfectly. Wow. And if you wake up, you stand here, and this is all the space you have right here. Like, insanely small living here in Korea. Bathroom, I mean, this is tiny. How long have you lived here?
Probably like half year.
Can you give me a tour? I want to know everything.
This is the door.
Okay.
There's a mirror, so like I can brush my teeth over there. And like this is like my laundry bag, my trash bag. Like this is my all clothes and stuff.
I like how it's very organized in this small closet.
This is a nice little light here. LED light.
Yeah, we can like turn on and turn off the switch light. There's a button. I'm a tour guide, so like if I take a picture with the guests or like if I get some like souvenir, I just put all the stuff in here.
Even though it's so small, you have space for everything. There's a little office, there's even a fridge, there's a bed, this is the bathroom.
So,
did you pee on the floor?
No. So the reason why this is so like dark and brown, because if I put water on here, it's not getting down.
So it's clogged.
Yeah, so it's clogged. So what I do is, like when I use this water, I always do like.
So that's why it looks like there's pee stains on the floor, but it's just water. When I lived in Korea for 2 years teaching English, I had a small studio, and the most shocking thing for me was the shower is connected to the sink. So there's only one lever to turn it on. The first time I ever went in my room, I thought I was turning on the sink, and I turned on the shower and I got soaking wet. So what else is in here? Why do you have a balloon?
This is the only window what I have. So if I open my window,
it's connected to the hallway.
Yeah, so people can look and watch my place. So like I'm protecting and
This is a fire hazard. Like you have to have a window, like emergency exit.
My room is much cheaper than another room because I don't have any window.
How much do you spend for 1 month?
$250 in a month.
That's very affordable.
250 bucks? Man, that's really, really cheap. So, do you know your neighbors, the people who live around you?
I don't know their name, but I just say hi. I'm the youngest person who live in this goshiwon. Average of the age, people who live here, like they're like middle 40s, or like,
really?
Older 50s.
You have AC, that's nice. Do you have internet?
So they provide some Wi-Fi.
Wait, so 250 bucks a month and you get Wi-Fi?
They provide Wi-Fi, unlimited ramen, and unlimited rice and kimchi. I'll show you later.
It's a good deal, bro. What do you got in your fridge?
Bean sprouts because I love ramen.
How many times in one day do you eat ramen?
10 ramen in a week.
10 ramen.
So probably like 1.5 ramen.
What do you think about that?
That's some Korean drama struggling person story, man. I average like one a month.
But you're also jacked. Damn, what is this thing?
I don't have much money to go to gym, so I have to do something. So I do like kind of push up, pull up, and this is, I don't know how to say it in English, but like I do like this. And this is like a 50 kilogram. Do you want to try?
Yeah, he can break it with his pinky.
Oh my god, it's actually quite hard.
Do you feel claustrophobic if you stay here for like many hours or like one full day?
I came here on January. I thought this place was like a jail, so I don't want to live here. But after like May, I feel very comfortable. I'm like waiting to stay and like rest in my house. Goshiwon is like part of my life. I'm very good with everything because like this is only like 250 bucks and I can save all money. Like, my bank account, I can invest in the stock. It's really good.
So you used to live in a goshiwon.
I did.
Was it similar to this one?
Yes, except mine actually didn't have a private toilet. This is one of the better goshiwon rooms that I've been to.
What does this say?
Like I invest stock, so when I invest my stock, I always have to like be careful and like let's save the money, like kind of that.
Foreign stocks, be strict with the standards. Do not invest in one stock with more than 15% of the capital.
You read that every night before you go to bed?
If I feel like crazy, like if I can like handle, I always try to like focus and make some like standard. That is part of it. So,
you like sunflower seeds?
When I study or when I have to do something, I'm not good at focusing, so I try to chew this sunflower so I can like wake up.
You have to spit out the shell.
I usually just swallow. So I don't eat more than one.
How long do you think you will live in this goshiwon?
Oh, one moment. Let me just swallow it and I'll talk.
Don't choke, man. This is like proper goshiwon life.
Yes.
The reason I live in goshiwon, like my goal is making like saving $70,000 in this goshiwon. But I think I like goshiwon, so even if I can like save $70,000, I will still live in goshiwon. I love it.
This is a crazy experience, man. When people think of Korea, they don't think about this.
So this is our trash house, like all the plastic trash over here. So this is our kitchen where we can do a laundry, and this is a treasure box. If you open it, treasure. This is like unlimited ramen. All we can eat is all ours. You can only get this in my goshiwon.
감사합니다.
This is amazing.
That's very thoughtful.
I got my goshiwon ramen. That's so amazing and so Korean. Bro. If you've never tried it, it's fermented spicy cabbage. And Koreans eat it with every meal.
They also provide rice, so I don't have to spend money for a grocery.
And even the water that you were drinking earlier from the jug, did you get that water from here?
They also provide water. And inside, this is my laundry.
Ah. All right, it is boiling hot in this room. I am like sweating from every part of my body. So let's go outside. This is how Sang-woo spends his time on the rooftop.
Before I eat ramen, because, you know, eating ramen always is like a criminal. So I have to refresh my blood.
What else do you do up here? Do you meditate?
I don't smoke, but people who come here, they smoke and feel the atmosphere, vibe of this local neighborhood. And this is the push-up bar. Whew.
So I have a question for you. I used to live in a goshiwon, like I said. I thought it was quite negative for my health. Do you feel okay? White rice, kimchi, instant noodle all the time? It seems like you're eating that very often.
I know it's very unhealthy, and I know like sometimes I feel sick because like, you know, ramen is like a fried noodle. So I try to eat some like local fruit or like vegetable in like local market, so I can like balancing with ramen, fresh veggie, fresh fruit.
I see.
Yeah, mix it.
You seem to have a very positive attitude about like living here. That's really great.
Yeah.
I was very much suffering when I was living in a goshiwon.
Actually, this is my second time to live in goshiwon, but that goshiwon was like terrible. The distance of the room was too small, tight, and like every people like hate each other. But here, like more open space, like people say just hi, and I think it's kind of lovely.
Do you have a girlfriend?
Like I have a person like contacting, but like I don't have.
I have a person contacting. Have you brought her here?
2 days ago.
And is it a problem?
No, I think it's not a problem. My door, my room, protect, like you know, the noisy and sound.
What kind of noises?
Okay, yeah.
It's crazy walking around this building and just seeing all the residents. Like most of them are older, like in their 40s or 50s.
People just leave their stuff in the hallway. Like
Supposedly the person that lives here is getting evicted. That's why the stuff is all outside in the hallway. He has a severe mental condition, so we have to be very careful. He has a criminal record.
I can't imagine living in this apartment building, but I understand why it makes sense for Sangwoo. Now we are heading across town to see how people are living in the heart of Seoul.
we've made it to Seoul Station here, which is obviously the main train station where you can take a bullet train anywhere in the country. And this is also the place with the highest homeless population in Seoul, which is really interesting. I've never actually met any homeless people in South Korea, so we're gonna see who we can meet living on the streets and if they have homes, if they're gonna show us.
Our welfare system is quite decent, so we don't really have people that go homeless because of financial difficulties. It's more because of the combination of finances and mental health.
Right. What's going on right here?
It seems that they're doing a volunteer work where they give free haircuts to the senior citizens.
We've just met Kim Chi-eun, who lives right here in this place, and he's so kindly allowing us to see his place for a donation.
I love you. I love you. I love you.
I love you too.
I love you. I love you. So please pray.
Always got to remove shoes when you enter any Korean household. Okay, so it's actually really cozy in here. Like he's got all of his stuff. He's got photos, he's got his Korean flag, he's got his bed where he sleeps. It's extremely hot in here. Bro, it's like a heat, it's like sucks in the heat.
Right, it's like a little steam sauna actually. I don't know how anybody can stay here.
Dude, it's crazy. Like we're literally right next to the highway. Like look, it's right there. Of course, I knew that I was gonna find a soju bottle at some point. In fact, more bottles of this are sold in Korea than any other liquor in the world. How many years have you lived here?
He's been living in the same spot for over 20 years.
20 years? Before you came here, what were you doing in life?
여기 오기 전에는요, 동일 방지 때 냈어요.
Only one of the sentences made any sense. It sounded like he used to work for an electronics company, and he said something about his younger brother passing.
Do you have any family or anyone that can look after you?
가족분들이 이제 군포 안에 계신데.
He said his parents are in Gunpo, which is a different city that's about an hour away.
And can I ask you, why do you have the chain and the eyebrows? Is that like a style, a fashion?
이제 쿠니스, 늑대와 춤을 마이클 잭슨.
It sounded like he's just rambling out random words, word by word. The only thing that could make sense out of is the eyebrows and manicure. 손톱이 굉장히 예쁘세요.
It's just hard to explain how hot it is in here. It's super hot in general in the summer in Korea, and this like traps the heat inside. Super humid. What happens when it rains, and what about in the winter time?
숙박처럼 숨어 있고 이제 비 안 오면 햇빛 말려가지고 바깥으로 또 나오고.
So when it rains, he's gonna hide under this tarp, and he dries it after the sun.
And how about like in the freezing cold?
지금 하우스 매니저스 하우스를 얘기하고.
So it looks like when it gets extremely cold, unbearably cold, there is a shelter that you can go to.
If you could say one message to everybody in the world, what would you tell them?
이제 너와 나와.
You and I must realize the reality.
That's powerful. Thank you so much.
우리 아드님 손님하고도 많이 닮았네.
How does it feel for you to be in here right now and talk to this guy?
I haven't had an interaction with a homeless person my entire life in Korea. It is in fact very rare to see one, and to meet and talk to them, it kind of breaks my heart.
Yeah, it's very emotional.
아카데미도 몰래 봐. 고양이도 있어요. 고양이도 있어요.
You want to show the cat?
Oh my God, you're the cat.
갖고 왔어.
Jesus Christ.
왜 이렇게 I love you, I love you. 자기를 좋아해요, I love you.
That's an aggressive way to have a cat on a leash. That's super sad, actually. I'm not a fan of that.
Yeah.
Even though South Korea is one of the richest countries in the world and has one of the best economies, you still find people living like this in the middle of the city. It's truly heartbreaking, but it's crazy to see a Korea like this. So the police stopped us and we let him know that we had permission from him to film, and he said it was okay.
감사합니다.
Bye-bye. 감사합니다.
조심하세요. 건강하세요.
I understand a lot of Korean. I didn't understand almost anything you said.
I am Korean myself. I did not understand about 99% of the things he said. It looks like he's having a hard time putting a sentence together.
20 years living on the freeway. It's really sad.
Especially with all the infrastructure that we have, we are able to provide for the homeless people. It's just that they don't have the access to all these social services.
Metro is always the preferred way of travel around Seoul or any really big Asian city. It's clean, it's fast, it's efficient, and it's pretty cheap. It's incredible how many millions of people ride the Seoul Metro every day, and there is not a single piece of trash on the floor. Everyone's on their phone or sleeping.
Right.
It's weird if you're not on your phone or sleeping.
Right.
Look at every person.
Had an extremely stressful day, probably.
We've just made it to our next place in a random neighborhood in Western Seoul. There's another goshiwon down here, which we got connected to, and the guy is kind enough to show us inside. It's so crazy how many people can slam into one floor. All these doors are rooms of different people living inside of goshiwon. And it's just like when you're walking down the street, you just see the building and it just kind of looks like a normal building. You don't realize that people are actually living like this. I'm going inside of a room that is 9 square meters or 90 square feet. This is the entire unit. Holy crap, this thing is freaking tiny. This is so claustrophobic. Holy crap, dude, look at the bathroom. Full office station here. You got all your cabinets up there. You got only the essentials down here, which is gochujang sauce, and then literally one beer. Just being in here for 5 minutes, I'm already like uncomfortable. It's crazy to think that 150,000 people in Seoul are living in goshiwons or rooms that are this tiny. Wow.
Most rooms don't have their own private toilet, but he prefers privacy, so he's paying extra to have his private restroom here.
This is the toilet, the shower, and the sink all in one, and you can barely fit through the crack here. I mean, it is a foot wide. The door doesn't open anymore.
Yeah.
It doesn't open anymore?
That's as wide as it gets.
I like to think that I'm pretty skinny. I literally can't get out of the bathroom. Oh, man. You have to stay skinny to live in this room, otherwise you can't literally get in the bathroom.
Yeah, I could.
신발 젖어 있어가지고.
What are your thoughts, Jimmy?
It's really crazy, man. I honestly wouldn't be able to live here. Like, there's no sense of like breathable space here.
So how much do you pay for 1 month rent to live here?
42만 원.
420,000 Korean won.
So more than the other one?
Yes.
How long have you lived in this space for?
4달째.
4 months.
4 months. What's the best and the worst part about living here?
에어컨을 마음대로 틀 수 있는 점.
The best thing about it is that he has unlimited air conditioner. The downside is the space is so small that he can't really store anything here.
Do you know any of the neighbors, like people living here?
없습니다.
Really?
다들 이제
He lives like directly next to all these people. There's got to be like 16 rooms, but he doesn't talk to any of them. So it's very isolating and very antisocial, even though you're in this like communicative space.
If I had to be honest,
Yeah, sure.
if I lived here, I'd be in such feeling of sadness that I wouldn't really feel like going out and making friends.
Completely speechless just being in here. All right. Damn, this one really got me, man. That was quite an experience. That was way smaller than the other one. That was sad.
Yeah, I mean, I would not want to live there. I hope it's temporary. He said he's just there until he can make enough money for the deposit to live in a better apartment. But yeah, that was just rough.
As you're walking through the neighborhoods here, how can you tell which buildings are goshiwon? Does it say on the outside?
Yeah, it typically says on the outside, like right next to the building, there's typically a sign that says goshiwon or goshitel.
Not every neighborhood has them. It's just kind of like, I guess where a lot of students are, where a lot of like poor people are, like not rich areas.
Yeah, I would say in places where the land is a little cheaper, they tend to have goshiwon, and it becomes this extremely affordable housing option for people.
This ties into a greater theme about like the pressures of living in South Korea. Like there's so much pressures by the families to like have a good job and make a lot of money. And that's also a reason why like the suicide rate in Korea is among the highest in the world. Is that like you grew up here, is that true?
I've definitely had that growing up. I mean, it is extremely difficult to afford a proper spacious house in Korea. Right now, like an average house in Korea is like $1 million in Seoul. To be precise, it's probably about $600,000-$700,000 for a 3-bedroom apartment that is required to, have a family and raise kids.
The wages are not that high to support that. I mean, that's crazy.
You know how they're saying Korea is disappearing because we have a population crisis? It's not that we don't want to have family, or it's not that we don't want to get married. It's just that to have a family, it requires a stable home. And we just simply can't afford it.
Right now we are in the beating heart and soul of Korea. This is Gangnam, made famous by the song Gangnam Style by Psy. It is the bustling district of restaurants, bars, nightclubs, cafes, and a lot of plastic surgery.
That's exactly right. So
you live in Gangnam?
I do live in Gangnam district.
What attracts you to this place versus others?
So a lot of people want to live in Gangnam just because we have great access to corporate buildings. Like if you had a job at Google, these people that you see around us are probably corporate workers that just finished their work.
What do you think is the average wage for these corporate workers?
Oh, I know for a fact that an average income pre-tax is $2,700 for a Korean individual.
So after tax, it's like $2,000 a month?
Just above $2,000, yeah.
So that's not a lot of money. And we're living in a city that's not exactly cheap, especially in this area. So that explains a little bit why people have to live in goshiwons.
Correct.
They're just not making a lot of money here.
Right. If you had a rental apartment around here, like a little 1-bedroom studio, that would get close to $1,000. That's half of their income gone.
Are there goshiwons tucked away in the corners here, or is this all fancy living?
So there are goshiwon around here, but it's very rare to find them just because they would still be very expensive. It's a very expensive district.
We are now entering Jimmy's place. He's been so kind to let us see inside of his apartment, which is located right in the heart of Gangnam. How long have you lived in this building?
I think I've been here for 3 years now.
So this is a normal 1-bedroom studio.
I would say it's a very average 1-bedroom space.
Nice, man. Shoes always off?
Yes, please.
Every single household in this country, shoes off.
All right, come on in. So as soon as you come inside, you'll realize that I don't really have much, and this is the entire living space. The kitchen, the living room, the office. I do all of my work here. I work as a YouTuber in Korea.
So it's not tiny, but it's certainly not big.
It is possible to just get by in this space, and this is how a lot of young people live. I want to say for a 1-bedroom space, it's not considered tiny.
How much you pay per month?
I pay about $800 a month.
So compared to a city like New York or Hong Kong, that's still pretty, even for this space, that's a good price.
I would think so.
I think so.
And to know that this is in the prime area in Gangnam, it's so accessible to anywhere from here.
Yeah, you live right next to the metro station. This is a dream for any editor. Holy crap.
I just like working in chaos.
Wow. This is very typical for all Korean houses. They don't have dryers. The issue with it is it takes up 10% of your house.
It also takes a long time, especially during summer when it's really humid in Korea, to dry my clothes. Only the rich people have dryers.
You're the first person I've ever met where, when I see guitars, that you're not a musician. You just collect them.
Yeah, I just collect for the coolness of it.
Your bed is pretty large. You must like your shows, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I love playing video games. So I play a lot of PlayStation on my bed. It's my guilty pleasure. It's my only source of pleasure almost.
Pretty nice setup, bro.
Not bad, right? I want to say it's for a middle-class person living by him or herself in their 20s or early 30s.
Got it.
Into the late 30s or 40s, this would be considered in fact, a very low standard of living. I like the simplicity of this life.
Check the bathroom. That's a busy sink.
I mean,
are they all Korean beauty products?
Yeah, when I was living in the US, I probably had 10% of it, but...
You become Koreanized.
Yes.
Okay, this is very typical. We got the toilet, shower right next to each other.
And completely wet too.
Yep.
After we finish checking out Jimmy's place, we get a message from Sangwoo who wants to link back up for cheap street food. For me, it's hard to say no, especially when he's gonna take us to a secret local market that few tourists know about. Afterwards, he wants to show me an even smaller goshiwon that he promises will blow my mind.
We've arrived at the first place to get some hand-cut noodles for 4,000 won. Let's go. This is a huge bowl of noodle soup for about $3 US. The quality of these noodles look fantastic. These are freshly made in the back. Hand-cut noodles with anchovies and seaweed with the kimchi.
I blow it up like a hand fan to make it like cool.
Like a hand fan.
And then, I try it with one bite like this.
Holy shit, dude. Are you serious, bro? I mean, for a guy who eats ramen noodles 10 times in a week, it makes sense that he's a professional noodle eater. So, you live in a goshiwon. What is your weekly expense? Like, how much money do you spend in 1 week for food, for everything?
Less than $100, like everything, like transportation, like lifestyle item. I think, yeah, everything, like under $100 US.
Per week?
Yeah. So I spend like $350 in a month.
They're pretty affordable, man. A lot of people think like Korea and Japan are super expensive, and they can be expensive, but you could also be really cheap. Bro, you're freaking dripping sweat all over the mic.
So when we enjoy our food and we feel good, and like this is like a pleasure. It's like a effort. We enjoying this.
Oh, 많이 먹어.
Korean food is my absolute favorite cuisine on earth, and this meal is delicious. But now, the three of us are ready to check out some more small homes in Seoul. The next place we are going to might actually be the tiniest place in the city.
Damn, dude, this hallway is super narrow. These are all different rooms around me. This is freaking crazy. This is the little common area where they have a staff member working here. Almost like a hostel. And all the rooms are in here. It's also super hot in here. This is tiny, man. This is the whole room, bro. This is smaller than yours.
So this is like a real original goshiwon.
This is the entire room. Like we're standing here.
So
at the
window
bed.
room is like $220. No window room is like $200.
Dude, there's one little closet. There's one TV. Wow, that's it. This one has no window. I mean, bro, this is smaller than your room.
It's like tiny.
Dude, it's suffocating in here. There's no windows, bro. This is actually like a jail cell.
I think so.
Some people would call this a closet, but here in South Korea, this is the home. The whole home. We're not able to meet any residents in this building, but the owner has kindly showed us some empty rooms here. Dude, have you ever seen one that small?
I think I just saw this kind of goshiwon in drama. This goshiwon established 30 years ago. So I think this represents the people who are like not rich, like and people doesn't have money that cannot afford like the rent in Korea. So I think they're staying in this goshiwon and they're like struggling, surviving in this goshiwon. I hope they luck.
It's true that Korea has an insanely high cost of living, but after touring several buildings where people are struggling to get by, I'm curious to see what a mid-tier apartment in Seoul looks like. So I got in touch with a Twitch streamer and she's gonna give me a tour.
Do you mind if I see your house?
Welcome to my
Cool.
space.
Nice. Oh, this is great.
So this is my bedroom. This is where I sleep, read.
It's very pink in here.
It is very pink. Pink is my favorite color. So.
I could have guessed that. This is really cool how the storage space, because we're in the wall here, so instead of having a dresser that comes out, you can just open it. And then you can throw your stuff
and
in
then just take it out. So it's very, very convenient.
It's a really cool design. I've never seen that before. So how much do you spend for 1 month to live here?
1 month. This place is about $900. Plus with the utility and everything, that's about 170. So I think total, it really depends on the unit, but I think total it's going to be like 1,200-ish. This is my company. This is my workplace.
Cool.
Welcome to Tonghi TV. So,
Wow, it is also really pink in here.
Yeah, it is very pink. My headset to become kind of like an IIS streamer, We have a different persona when we stream, so...
What's your persona called?
Do you actually want to know? My persona, everyone calls me auntie. What I do on stream is I have my collection.
Cool, show me more. Keep going.
So,
keep going.
really?
Yeah, I want to see everything, yeah.
So this is like my working tool.
Spank me? What do you do with that?
Oh, so what happened was I just like spanked my friend's butt and then it got viral. So after that, I became a spanker. Official spanker on Twitch.
Did you know this?
I did not.
So which one is your favorite?
I mean, the one that says spank me.
Yeah.
Who do you spank? Just spank your friends?
Everyone, I can spank you. Do you wanna?
That's kind of weird, but.
It's not weird. It's like showing, how do you say, kindness. This one is actually very weak because I've been spanking people with this one kind of a lot of times. So it's not bad. It's not bad. Welcome to Korea. Yeah, this one is.
It's one of the weirder things I've done in recent memory.
Yeah.
So you made a career off spanking.
I think so, yeah. But anyway, yeah. So also, this is my future husband. So.
Oh my god.
I can't beat this guy.
Personally, I've never been on Twitch, and I don't even know how it works. So you basically sit here, you live stream on this camera.
Yeah. Do you wanna like see how?
Yeah, I do. Show me. It's super interesting.
Yeah. And then camera. And there you go.
All right. This is what it feels like to be a Twitch streamer in Seoul. Well, you could actually go live right now.
No, I can't.
Yeah, do it.
Do you want me to actually do it?
Yeah. I'm a YouTuber. I'm from the US. I'm making a story about different Korean lifestyles here in Seoul and small living spaces. Even though she doesn't live in a small space. And then that brought me here. It's pretty cool.
Hi guys. Long time no see. So where's my donation? Just kidding. Anyway.
So every time you go live, they donate?
And then every time they donate, I have to do reaction.
Can somebody donate? Because we're filming a really crazy video. And I want to see a reaction.
No.
Please.
My queen.
Someone donated?
Introduce me.
Oh, Chong Lover, thank you for $20. Introduce me. I don't think I can introduce Chong. Thank you so much. Did you know I just squat? Yeah.
Wait, donated $50?
Yeah.
You made $50?
Yeah.
Is that US dollars?
Yes, thank you so much.
Yeah, $50 US.
So that's my reaction. Yeah.
What? Wait, I can't. This is like blowing my mind right now. Wait.
Thank you, Chad. Thank you so much. That's awesome. Support. Thank you.
All right. Signing off now.
Yeah, thank you so much, guys, for helping the content. I'll see you guys later after this.
That was one of the most interesting things I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah?
Like, I just imagine how many more people like you are making like a living like this. A lot.
A lot.
On Twitch.
Yeah.
It's a whole different world.
I feel like stream is very unstable.
Yeah.
Like, you should know. Like, it's like very on and off. So like, when you make money, it's important to like, I think, save.
Yeah.
Instead of, just like spending.
I can't believe this is how some people make a living in Seoul, and spending the day inside so many tiny homes showed me a side of the city I've never seen, even after spending over 2 years here. Behind the bright lights and the shiny tech, millions of people are squeezing their lives into rooms smaller than a closet. But the positive attitude they have is inspiring. Next, we are going to travel to New York City, where people are paying thousands of dollars for apartments that barely fit a bed. Our first stop is in one of Manhattan's fanciest areas, Greenwich Village, where 2 artists are spending serious cash to live in an apartment the size of a shoebox.
I have been here since last January, so a year and 3 months.
3 months? 2 months?
We have a 6-flight walk-up.
Really? So there's no elevator. You have to walk up 6 flights.
Yes.
So you must have some crazy calves.
It's a good way. Yes. If you look up, like sometimes I'll drop my laundry down.
Dude, I can't believe you have to walk up all these stairs.
I know.
I'm so upset. Every time.
I'm even out of breath and I've been here.
Does that mean it's cheaper if you live this high up?
It is. No one wanted this unit, actually.
These are different units.
Yeah. 2 studios, 2 doubles.
6 people living in this tiny little corner. I mean, it's like 5 feet wide. Don't you hear them all day long?
Yeah, it's awful. Okay, the fun thing about this is we have a super small hallway. The door doesn't open all the way.
So it just stops.
We keep shoes behind here because we're like,
what else are you gonna put back there?
What else? Yeah.
Just for context, this space,
You literally can't even.
it's like 2.5 feet. Hey.
You say
I
hi?
have a big dog in a small space.
I know, it's hard. You like it though, right? You're like, whatever. Sometimes he'll run down the hallway. Welcome to our living room. We did the best we could with it. We ordered, I wouldn't say the couch is too big for it, but like kind of. All right, so, okay, welcome to my bedroom. We've got just the Ritz-Carlton in here.
This is the whole space right here.
Yeah, this is
Okay, so closet area's there.
It's gone through so many variations. This is the best that, you know, I could find.
Yeah, I was gonna say you could build shelves, but maybe the landlord wouldn't like that.
Yeah, and they're just kind of, like the walls just aren't sturdy, so like...
Well, there's nobody out on this other side of the wall, right? Or there is?
There is the studio behind.
So like when I do this, it's like loud, it's like on their wall.
Yeah,
So you can hear like all kinds of things. Like
Everything. These people, they're a couple, they argue. I can hear their arguments. And I'm like sitting in bed trying to sleep. Yeah, that's New York for you.
So Pimento sleeps with you?
Pimento does sleep with me some nights, not all nights.
Pimento, what's it like living here? Oh, how do you kind of snuggle in with him?
Or I'll just like kind of scoot him over. I'll be like, you gotta go. This room is so funny because you just don't have anywhere to store anything. Like in a normal room, I don't even have that much stuff.
What do you do for work?
For work, I do brand strategies.
Would you say that it's accurate if people spend half their salary on rent in New York City?
100%, yes. Yeah, and it sucks because...
And everyone has to do it. There's no loopholes. You can't get
Exactly, yeah. If you can skip rent, which is why I did the small apartment, obviously you can set yourself up for success, but you know, most people coming to New York City, if you don't have parents' money or whatever, like you just gotta figure it out.
What's that white pole in the corner?
Oh my God. Okay, so at night, this thing will make noise in the winter. It'll like screech. It's a hot pole. I think it's for heat.
You don't know what it is?
It's just hot.
Mysterious hot pole in the corner of your room. Are you happy in here, or do you feel like I gotta get the hell out?
I'm not claustrophobic, but I do get bored of spaces really easily. So I feel like it's a little bit hard to stay inspired in a small space. So you have to keep either, you know, keep it clean or else you're gonna stress out.
You don't have AC?
No AC.
No AC.
You have to pay all this money with me.
We're not even in the summer and I'm hot. Imagine in like June you're gonna be like sweating crazy. How much do you pay for this room?
How much do you think?
$1,000.
$18.97.
$18.97. Basically $2,000 for this tiny place. That's crazy. What is that picture right there?
I don't know. My roommate ordered that. I'm the roommate.
Hi, roommate. How are you?
Hi.
I'm Drew.
Drew, I'm Grace.
Nice to meet you. Can you show me your side of the world?
Oh, well, come on in, everybody.
So this is Grace's entire apartment. Her bed is a nice bed, a queen size bed.
Thank you. Yes, it's a queen size.
Takes up 80% of this, like this little space. You have way more stuff than Elena.
Yeah, so I'm a stylist, just helping people look great in my own clothes so I can invest in myself as I invest in others. But I have a lot of clothes, and you should see under my bed, like I have like rolling out kind of like buckets. And on this side, it's actually really insane.
Every time I turn, there's like something else.
Right.
It's very convenient, like how you have everything here.
Purses, sunglasses, I have my gloves, I have my scarves, I have like a little sports corner. For one, this is my cowboy hat. Absolutely, I'm from Texas. These are my beautiful purses, and this one is my radio bag.
And so this is you every morning. You wake up and you stand right there.
Pretty much, especially if I want my cowboy boots. They're in the middle and I have to reach way back there. I love it because like I'm a little girl. I don't mind like kind of beat bopping all over my room and like bending over backwards to put on a pair of underwear, literally over here. The 6th floor walk up is just the only thing I could live without. Especially because I'm a stylist, like I have to like, you know, donkey on all my stuff to go to set. Besides that, maybe paying for the laundry is like a little annoying, but I love it.
This is your whole common area right here, basically.
Yeah.
And then each of your rooms are right there.
Yeah.
Cool.
No closet.
Elena,
And no storage. Like that's our storage up there. And then if you look in the closet, you'll just see how we split it down the middle.
Wow, this
So
is
we
like
really tried.
Wait, you both? This is half and half.
And this is how we do it. Look, I put an umbrella from my grandma's apartment to separate it. You know? Smart.
I love those little details. So you just look for the green umbrella. Okay, you're like, this is Elena's, this is Grace's.
Yeah.
And what about up here? This situation.
That's mine on the left.
That's, oh, just the left.
Yeah.
Nice. Do you ever like wear each other's clothes?
We do actually.
I style her a lot because I'm a stylist, and you know when she wants to look cute for her dates or her events, I've got her back.
Yeah, or I'll always like come to Grace and be like, does this look fine? Okay, this is the little bathroom. You guys are gonna see.
Wait, you only have one bathroom, right?
One bathroom. We got a bathtub, luxury.
Dude, nice.
We have no storage, but we built that shelf, so.
That's cute.
Make up, yeah.
It works.
It's your little tiny bathroom. All right, let's go to the kitchen where it's tiny. This is it, so like.
Yeah.
All right, you got some stuff in here. But yeah, for 2 people, I mean, this is barely enough for 1, I think.
Yeah. This is our, we call it a balcony, but it's fire escape. And you know what? If you have a fire escape, everyone does not to get on it, but you have to. Have to.
There it is. All right.
No, you cannot get up. Pimento always wants to follow me out here.
Okay, well, you can definitely get some fresh air out here. Woo! These are like the classic New York apartment, like sidewinder staircases. It's actually kind of a little sketchy up here. Like, don't you think it's gonna fall?
No, we usually put a cushion out here in the summertime. We'll lay out.
So there's Washington Square Park. Is it true that New York City is the greatest city in the world?
Yes and no. Yes, if you make it work. No, if you feel stuck. It's a very hard city to make it in. It's the most expensive city. You really gotta tough it out, or you go back home, or you move.
But you love it.
I do love it. Yeah, I think it's great.
You're gonna be here for a while?
Yeah, it's good for opportunity. It's good if you want to make shit happen.
All right, that was fun. Now we gotta get out of here. Hey, Pimento, he's a guard dog.
The craziest part about Elena and Grace's place isn't the size. It's that for almost $4,000 a month, this micro apartment is actually considered a great deal. And if you think their place is small, just wait. It only gets smaller from here. My next stop takes me to the East Village, a bohemian neighborhood once home to legends like Andy Warhol. These days, it's packed with students from NYU, which means cheap, tiny apartments are in high demand. One of the most famous buildings is on St. Mark's Place, where I've heard the units are shockingly small. This is what's known as a tenement building, a relic of old New York that's basically full of single-person dorms, but with shared bathrooms and zero privacy. When I arrive, I wait outside for someone to let me in, and after 45 minutes, a young Jewish woman sees me standing there with my camera. So I ask her if she'd be kind enough to show me inside. The answer is yes.
So I moved here in October when I was getting out of a relationship with my ex-fiance, but everything in Manhattan, you know, was like $4,000 a month and up. And I was not at the place where I was like ready to do that. So I found this apartment for $11.95 a month. And I was like, this is a like prison cell. But I said, you know what? I'd rather live here while I build my business and get my life more together, because I'm an ex-comedian. I was the starving artist thing. Like, I went to NYU for musical theater, and then I just was like, I'm 30 now. I have a whole different like vision for my life now.
Give me the tour.
Here's the tour. It's a mess. Oh my God. Okay, so here's my, I didn't even decorate it because I feel like it's not worth the money, because I know I'm not gonna be here for more than a year. So I was like, it, I'm just gonna.
But you know, that's just a loft for storage up there.
That's for storage. I used to sleep up there, and then my dog, every time I would go up the stairs, he can't climb up there, so he would start crying and being like,
wait, but
you know.
how do you stay here with a dog? It's already small for a human.
He goes outside like all day. Like my neighbor takes him out most of the day, and then he just sleeps here. But yeah, I definitely am gonna be moving into a much bigger space come October, God willing.
This is obviously your office too, because your computer's right there.
Yeah, I sit here and I work from my laptop, so
What's your current job if you're not a comedian?
I'm a digital marketer.
Nice.
So I do like branding sessions for very cool people. And yeah, if you guys need help with branding.
So she doesn't want to be a comedian anymore, but if you need help with branding.
Branding and marketing, like we do marketing services.
Cool. So you don't have a bathroom, but you have a sink. So you can brush
I have a sink, so I brush my teeth. Yeah, don't worry, I'm not disgusting.
No, no, no.
I'm not entirely.
No, no.
I do brush my teeth.
Where do you use the bathroom?
The bathroom's in the hallway. This is how I make it look clean. You know?
just put the shade down?
Yeah, the shade down.
As if it was like the sun outside, but there's no sun.
Yeah, there's no sun. Also, that's the thing about living in here.
Well,
it doesn't really show the sunlight, so sometimes like I'll look outside and I'll look like it's dark or light, and I don't know. I can't tell. My friend will text me and be like, you should wear snow boots because it's snowing outside. And I'm like, what? He's like, it's a snowstorm. It's like 4 feet.
Yeah,
it's so dirty right now.
Are you claustrophobic and like you hate this place, or are you just?
Honestly, I'm really low maintenance. Like I really am fine. I also, let me tell you a perk of living here. I hate cleaning. And here, I can clean this place. I know you can tell it's a mess right now, but when I clean it up, like before I go to sleep at night, it takes me like 5 minutes to sweep, mop, and do the whole shit. Do you see that right up there?
Fire.
So I used to have an air fryer, and I would cook food, and it would go off every time, and I was like, screw this, I'm eating out every meal. Like it just wasn't worth it. But I used to have a fridge, and then one time I saw a mouse. What I did was I moved my fridge into here.
What's here? Another
It's just an empty tenant, like there's no one lives here.
Oh,
So I moved I moved my fridge here and now I just keep like food in here still. And I'm like, I hope someone doesn't move in.
This space is tiny.
It's
Look,
tiny.
I'm just backing up. Like,
Look at this is where the bed is. It's like sort of like that. Yeah,
that's
it's
the
not-
whole place.
Yeah. It's really worth it being in this location. Like for the price we're getting, like I could not ask for a better.
Are you trying to get the hell out though?
Yes.
Do you make friends in this unit? Like,
Yeah, I have a friend. You want to meet him?
Yeah. I love how your dog just kind of like hangs out.
Yeah, he's the best.
What's his name?
His name's Asher.
Asher.
Hey, Asher. Hey, buddy. Joseph, are you home?
What's going on? Are you sleeping?
No, well, I just got out of bed and haven't showered. I like.
Can you give me a 15-second tour of your place? Wait, you're tall, so it might.
Yeah, this place is like. I'm sorry.
No, dude. I want to see it as is.
So the top bunk is basically for storage. Just have a bunch of like clothes and shit up there. Got the loft area where I keep my skateboards, like art supplies, shit like that.
What's it like to live here?
It's pretty chill, honestly. If you're okay with the shared bathrooms and showers, like it's not terrible, but please don't move in and raise the rent more, you know? We don't need like, it goes up steady like $100 every year, you know? They're mad roaches, the shared bathroom, piss on the seat sometimes. So it's like also 60 square feet.
Bro, this TV situation's hilarious. So this is how you lay down?
Yeah.
And then you just
I just watch TV like that, yeah. But it does the job, and honestly, it's nice having like a place where you can afford it with like a chill job, you know, where you don't have to be
What is your
making
job?
that bread. I work at Target, actually, so it pays the bills, and I'm able to live in Manhattan, you know, but it's like
Sick.
60 square feet of, you know, is what it is. I just turned 25, so like I'm a
Nice.
young dude, but...
You are a young dude.
So my sink shoots out brown water, at times very dark brown, at times light brown. Yeah, so I got this like little electric kettle. And I'll come in here, this is like my shower, it's like a little cubicle type situation. Fill it up like this.
Hilarious, bro. How do you feel right now doing this?
I mean, I feel like real, like showing people like what it's like to live here. But at the same time, I don't want someone to think like it's all like a really easy way to live in New York City, because at the end of the day, like it's rough out here. Like St. Mark's is also like a gnarly place to live, you know? There's no oven.
The smell of cat in here is insane.
I know, I need to change. Well, that's the thing, man. My cat takes a dump and like it stinks up the entire place. I can change the litter every day, but it's 60 square feet. Oh, and also, I don't know if you noticed, like one of these bulbs that like went out, and now like you see how it's flickering up there. So like now I'm gonna have to figure out how to change that. This doesn't hold my body weight. Climbing from my bed to the loft is super gnarly because I have to like kind of catapult my way over, like, and like, or like climb up here and lower myself down. But yeah, man, it's not easy at all, but I'd say it's worth it for a young guy that can handle it. These neighbors here, I'll see them come in, live for a few months, and then dip, and then they have to find new people. Like, they cancel their leases because they think they can handle it, but like, they can't. Like, at the end of the day, like, because sometimes we'll go to the bathroom, not check before sitting on the toilet, and I sit and piss, you know?
So like, how often do you use the toilet and it just smells like shit?
All the time, dude. And like, there was also people like doing weird drugs in the bathroom at one point. It's worth it to me.
The price you pay to live in New York City, baby.
It's the price I pay, and like, I'm cool with it, man, but like, I don't want my rent going up any higher because I feel like I'll feel like a fool if it gets any higher than 1,100, you know?
While I'm heading out, I bump into a friendly guy in the hallway who offers to show me his room, which is apparently the largest in the building.
This is the only room that has kind of 2 levels to it. Every other room, it's just this part.
How did you get so lucky?
I pay a little bit extra. I have the largest room in the building. Everything is low, so the table is low, the couch is low. This is also a futon.
Just to make it feel bigger.
Just to make it feel bigger. And you always like find multi-purpose things like futon. This opens up and you have storage in here. The fridge is actually new. Everyone else has a fridge that's half the size.
Can I see in your fridge? You got everything you need in there. Little burger for later.
you find ways of like just making space.
How much do you pay for rent?
$1,400 a month.
To me, that's a lot. I live in Arizona, so that's super expensive for a small place.
It teaches you to live exactly with what you need and get rid of the rest. So a lot of people, they kind of find uses for things they don't need.
Yeah.
I only have what I need. Just don't hit your head. It's only 5 feet 4 inches. You can stand up straight here.
I'm only 5'7" and I can't stand fully tall. So you gotta kind of lean your head over, but right here in the middle, you can stand up.
There's the skylight here. When it rains, when it snows, you get to hear everything. It's very nice, very peaceful. I have 2 fans going because I have no windows. So 2 fans that circulate the air both vertically and horizontally.
Wait, isn't it illegal if you don't have windows?
I got a skylight. This room was definitely an afterthought. It probably was storage and they probably converted it into a unit.
Got it. So this is your desk area.
Yeah.
Everything you need is here. You got some books.
Yeah.
Do you mind me asking what's your job?
Marketing.
Nice.
So partnership marketing. You know, I have little bits of storage there, little things of storage
Wow,
in every
that
little
is cool. I
space.
didn't even notice that. So like anywhere you can find storage, you just put stuff.
Absolutely. Like a lot of times I have things in my parents' place in their attic and basements and stuff, but you really crunch down. I used to have dozens and dozens of pairs of shoes.
And you got rid of them?
Yeah, and I had to get rid of most of them. Actually, if you open that up, you can see that the shoes are folded in just to save on space.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And you even got a little cubby here for stuff. You've never like been hammered and fallen off this?
Nope. Even when I'm at my drunkest, craziest moments, I still never fall. I barely hold on to anything. It's just, you get
How long
used
have
to
you
it.
lived here for?
I lived here for about 8 months.
Nice. Are you planning to stay longer or are you trying to get out?
I'm trying to get out. Just
Really?
a little more space. I would say the #1 thing I miss, it's not a kitchen, it's not a closet, it is bathroom. If you have to go, you don't want to have to like quickly like throw clothes on, throw shoes on, run in there and hope no one's in there. Yes, it's like 4-ish people per 2 bathrooms. Just the luxury of having your own bathroom is immense. And there's so many New Yorkers who don't have that.
Is it worth it for you to live in New York given these conditions?
Oh yeah.
Is it the best city in the world?
In my opinion, it is. I'm in the heart of everything. And I love being in Midtown, East Village. I love being in Chelsea. Everything is so close. Everything's within walking distance. Everything is 24/7. It's fantastic. And you can get anywhere. Queens, Coney Island, Brooklyn, New Jersey, Connecticut, PA, anywhere very, very easily. I'm in the heart of it all. So you kind of ask yourself, is it worth being so tightly packed and spending the money you're spending? Yes. You're barely home. You just need to eat, sleep, and shower, and then you're out the door. And the second I leave, there's lines out the door for clubs that are literally outside my place.
That's awesome.
So it really is worth it.
I can't imagine living in rooms as tiny as the ones I just toured, but I get the appeal of living in a prime neighborhood. Speaking of prime neighborhoods, I'm on my way to Dumbo, one of the nicest spots in Brooklyn, to meet up with Caleb Simpson, that guy on Instagram who asked to see inside people's apartments.
Chloe Feynman, how much do you pay for rent in New York?
I pay $5,500.
But what if I flip the script on him and ask to see inside his home? So before we head to the actual smallest living space in New York City, Caleb is gonna show me what a great apartment in the city looks like. Do you mind giving me a tour of your spot?
You want to see it?
I want to see it.
You want to? Yeah, of course.
I want the whole 9 yards.
You can get it all, baby.
Ooh.
This one's cool. It's got a unique vibe to it, and I didn't even know it was cool. But then once I started doing the home tours and seeing all these apartments, I realized like, oh, I have a gem here.
Sweet spot. I feel like I'm in an art store. Wow, fancy.
Yeah, so it's really a multi-functioning space. We have like the living room, dining room, and the cuddle cushion area over there, where I famously cuddle with Drew Barrymore. Is it okay if I cuddle you right now?
I was gonna say, can we spoon?
So she came in your spot?
Yeah.
How much organizing did that take?
A decent amount.
How long was she in here for?
She was here for like 2 hours. We're in the gym of the apartment, the bathroom. We got blue penny tile, we got, you know, washer, dryer, huge bathtub.
This is a rather large tub.
Yeah, you can fit a lot of people in here. At one point, 6 people lived here and we fit all of us in there as a joke, just to see if we could. And you know a boy lives here, because the toilet seat's up. And now it's down.
Nice. You've been to so many different apartments around New York. You've seen so many different living situations. What can you say about the rent situation in New York? It's so expensive for such a small place.
I heard someone say once, no one can afford to live in New York, but we're here anyway. Most of my career in New York, like 85% of my income went to my rent.
So you think like bang for your buck, New York is like the most expensive in the world?
Yeah.
I think so too.
Definitely. It's $6,500. I paid $2,180 because we split it.
But the unit is $6,500?
Mm-hmm. This is my dirty ass room behind you. Right now, you cannot find an apartment for this price with this many rooms, with this many outdoor spaces. Because there's this whole deck out here. People come out here and they can't believe that this is Brooklyn or this is New York because we have so many trees. Kind of feels like you're in Connecticut.
Whoa, like the brick walls.
This used to be a pole dancing room.
Ooh.
And we had it lined with mirrors and there was a pole where that light is.
You've been in all kinds of apartments in New York, like the smallest ones that you've been to. What's your feeling going inside them?
No, I don't feel bad for anyone who lives in a tiny apartment. I think most of them are proud of their apartments and excited to be in New York. I think for the most part, it just gives people like an opportunity and a chance at a city. Most people go to New York to try to like better their lives financially, let's be honest. So I think it's good.
Caleb's space is awesome, but now I'm ready to visit the actual smallest living space in New York City, on Manhattan's west side near Penn Station and Madison Square Garden. I found out that this place uses its profits to feed the homeless, and outside I bump into a German tenant named Jonas, who agrees to take me inside as long as we keep quiet.
Whoa.
So here's like the entire breakfast area, cream and butter and milk and everything.
This place is crazy small. Like these are all rooms. As I walk down the hallway, it's just like every foot there's another room. I've entered the bathroom here. You can't even fit, bro.
Yeah, it's just here. The toilets, like.
So you share with everybody?
With everybody, yeah. This is for men and women, and upstairs is another bathroom just for women. So I think that's really cool. So
this bathroom's for men and women?
Yeah.
This is the shower. It is tiny in here. Like, can't even stand.
It's amazing because you have everything you need on a very small place, and I like it very much. So great.
This is like a little common area here, people to work. What about the people here?
Well, the people are very, very nice. That's something you won't have in Germany, so everyone is talking to you. People are very kind, very nice. Yeah, that's
cool,
crazy.
Man.
Yeah.
So what is this?
Yeah, that's my room.
This is your entire room.
Yeah, my luggage is like under the bed. That's my towel.
This is the entire room, like we are in it.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. And I paid about 100 euro a night. It's okay, I guess, for New York.
I'm pretty sure that's the cheapest room in all of Manhattan.
Yeah, Manhattan is
$100 a night.
Yeah, it's amazing that you have everything you want here.
No, it's just perfect. But when you're sleeping, people are talking or no?
Actually no, but 1 to 2 times there was an interference. But people on the office are very strict and are telling them to
stop talking.
To stop, yeah.
You staying here? Yeah. This guy's staying here too. Where's your room?
I told you.
Show me. He's gonna show me his room. Oh, that's crazy. This is the whole room. What is it like to live here? You enjoy?
Yeah, I'm enjoying. I'm a tourist here.
So it's not too small for you?
It's too small, by the way. But what do I say? Especially, I couldn't able to bend here, and especially the bathroom. If you see, we can't bend, and we can't clean things also. That much of work.
So this is your bed right here.
That's my bed. And once I need to pack things, I have to put it over here, and I have to pack things and I have to put down.
So is it a good experience or a bad experience?
New experience.
New experience.
If you look up, the ceiling is open, so that's the only thing. You hear everything from the other rooms. There's a very strict policy about snorting. Yes, you don't have you don't can bring other people here. So
no sex.
No sex.
New York City isn't an easy place to live, but that's kind of the point of making this video. Whether it's a micro apartment in the East Village or a pod by Penn Station, people here always find a way, and that's what makes this city so inspiring. The search for small spaces continues in London, where the tiniest apartments have forced people to get really creative. And we begin with Harrison.
Oh, good. How's it going? Oh, you're good, man.
Who built his entire life on top of a literal dumpster.
You actually live here?
I live here full time.
Wait, there's no lock? It just opens?
Well, there was supposed to be a little bit of a lock.
Aha, there's the lock.
This is the technique. This is also a nice security measure. Someone did break in.
Oh no.
And I came home one day, they were sitting out here smoking. And I was like, by the way, this is a skip, which in the UK is basically a dumpster. Yeah, yeah.
So you live in a dumpster?
So I do live in a dumpster.
Let's do it, man. Entering the skip house of London. Whoa, cool.
It's not an easy entrance initially, but you get used to it.
Dude, you actually live here? This is freaking insane, bro. What is going on? Just a hop, skip, and a jump.
Easy.
Bro, this is so freaking cool. This is the entire place. How long have you been living here?
2.5 years now.
And you built it yourself?
I built it, yeah, myself.
You seem like a construction type guy.
Yeah, that's pretty much my job, architecture. So I came up with the idea 3 years ago when I was looking for places to live. As everyone knows, London rent is crazy. So I was like, oh, there's gotta be another way for me to find a place to live. And I'd already done 2 or 3 projects with skips before. And so then I kind of connected the dots and I was like, I wonder if I could live inside one.
You literally built this?
Came up with the idea, did the design.
How long did it take you to build it?
Took 3 or 4 weeks.
That's it?
Super
just
quick.
You?
Me and mainly one of my friends.
Do you actually pay rent here?
I pay a little bit towards the land, like a tiny little bit.
Like 100 quid a month?
250 a month now.
Harrison, do you mind giving me a little tour here of how things operate?
Of course. We'll do the main things first. Bed is above my head, so I have a ladder all the way up.
So this is technically a living room?
This is like living room space.
Slash kitchen,
slash kitchen, slash everything. Storage is all up on the side. So this is all clothes.
You hanging up jackets?
Yeah.
Toiletries?
Toiletries. This drawing I got for my 3rd birthday from my dad.
That's awesome. What is this thing? Rock climbing?
Rock climbing. If you notice, there is a whole route.
What?
All the way up.
You know what I'm gonna ask you next, Harrison? I can't see a rock climbing route without taking it. I'm gonna try it too, but just show me the first step. How do you do it?
These were just like secondhand. Okay.
Okay.
This is the start position. Both feet up. And then there's 2 holes behind. And then you can swap your feet.
Okay.
And there's another hole
so
there.
The game is the ground is lava.
Yeah.
Can't touch the ground.
And then there's one more there. And then there's a
every night.
little one there. And then that's the last hole.
Nice, dude. Then you jump into bed from there?
Exactly.
That is crazy. This dude's rock climbing. How many square meters is this?
You could say it's like 4 square meters maybe.
On this side right here is the kitchen. I see we got a sink. Do you have running water?
I have a tap outside, which comes through a hose from my very kind neighbor. So I basically carry this out pretty much every day.
Yeah, you hear that every night when you sleep?
I do.
Oh my God. So we got incense here, smelling good.
Incense.
We got Buddha something over there, whatever that is. We got another Buddha cat thing.
That was my first gift. The day I literally moved the skip into the land, somebody walked past and I spoke to her.
It's only good luck if the left arm is moving.
Yeah, well.
Wait, you can't, there we go. The left arm should always be moving. You got some Russian money up there. You got some photos, skips, whatever that means.
Skips in a skip.
I like your little travel section, that's cool. You have power.
I have power.
How do you have power in here?
Water. There's an electrical box like just behind here. So I literally run an extension cable through here.
For free?
I pay for it. It works out as like £30 a month.
How much did you spend to build this house?
It cost me about £4,000 or £5,000 over the course of, since I've been here now 2.5 years, then it works out as a good saving.
I'm heading upstairs to Harrison's bedroom, but in order to get there, I'm gonna rock climb. So if I remember correctly, you start here.
Yeah, you might want to face the other way.
I'll take any tips if you have them.
That's the one.
I'm also pretty short.
No, this is good. Yeah, that's it. There's another hold up the top as well. Yeah. And then foot across, yeah. Exactly. That's good. This is excellent.
Damn, dude.
And then there's another little foot
here.
A
little foot ski.
It's not the best foot. And there's a hidden hold behind it.
I got it.
Yeah.
Woo! Working up a little sweat here.
And then the last hold at the top.
Oh, got it.
Don't crash down on me.
I made it. Damn. Like, this is actually insane. Just for the fresh breeze. So this is where you sleep. I imagine in the summertime it's really hot and in the wintertime it's really cold.
Yeah. Summertime I have like fan here, full blast, straight on me. And then winter, I've got a heater downstairs and actually that works pretty good.
If you wake up from a nightmare and you stand up, you're gonna boom, bang your head. So you gotta be careful. Do you have Wi-Fi?
Kind of. I have like, I have a hotspot, like a 3G dongle thing.
So you have water, you have electricity, you kind of have internet. Those are all pluses.
Those are all pluses.
Where's the bathroom, bro?
Bathroom, shower, that's the not so big problem. Porta potty is the toilet, that's all I've got. And then shower, I shower at the gym, I shower at work.
Whoa, okay, now we just got more intense. There's no shower. Just outside the skip house, 5 meters away, is the loo.
They come and empty it like every couple of weeks.
Okay.
Which is amazing.
A couple of weeks, so it must be pretty stinky in there.
Your tools stored here as well.
I've never in my life seen a bathroom used as a storage unit like this. Okay, a couple of spider webs and stuff, but you got a place to do your business, and that's all you really need.
That's all you need.
A shower is what you need.
I really need a shower right now.
Wow. Harrison, the main question I want to ask you. Are you happy in the skip house?
Of course, very happy. I put that, yeah. I'm trying to convince myself here, but I'm happy here.
Harrison isn't the only one getting creative to save money on rent. On the other side of London, I connected with a girl named Shannon, whose home is a self-made boat on the canal.
It's quite the hipster part of town. A lot of cafes, bars. This must be the canal right here. Little Amsterdam-y vibes. Whoa, this is cool. This is the way down. It's over here. Looks like a proper squatter area. Smells like piss. Super interesting, this neighborhood. A lot of graffiti on the walls. Nice to meet you.
Meet you.
All right, this is Shannon's place.
Well, it's a little bit sketchy around here, so just don't leave anything out because I got my phone swiped the other day.
The other day?
Yeah, so someone came past on a bike and took the phone out of my hand.
What?
Yeah, so you have to be quite careful.
Yo.
Right, so you come straight into my bedroom.
Cool.
If you can call it that. It's basically a cubby hole for my bed. So when I go to sleep, I'll move all that into the living room.
Love it.
You come straight through into my kitchen. And it's a proper little kitchen. Like I have a gas oven and hob, water, so that's drinking water, and that's just...
You have a tap for drinking water.
Yeah, so I have like a filter under here. So that basically filters it to make it fresher, essentially. And I've even got a little fridge freezer that actually does work. I've got a can of Stella and some Lucozade because I was hungover last time I came in here.
So that's all you have in here. That's a sad fridge.
I know.
There's no food.
And then you come into the bathroom here.
Whoa.
So it's a little tiny toilet
You have
and a
a shower.
shower. Yeah, of course. I have to get clean somehow. It's not the canal. I'm not going to jump in the canal, am I?
That's a toilet?
That's the toilet. So the toilet looks normal from that side, right? But if we go here, I'm not going to actually open it, don't worry, because it's gross. Under here is where you put your cassette. That's where all my poop and piss are. But basically, I take that out and you screw off the little yellow thing and you put it in the canal. No, I'm joking, you don't do that. You have a thing called an L stand, which is basically a giant well, and you basically empty it all in there. It's the Canal and River Trust, who are basically the governors of the canal. They basically say you need to put it in there. So it's like a designated area.
How often do you remove your poop?
Every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks maybe, but I have another one of those, so I interchange them. So there's actually one at the front that's full, that I'm waiting till I get to the point, and then I'm gonna empty them both.
And shower, how does that feel?
Shower's really good, surprisingly. I actually have a really good shower. I have hot water, I have a boiler. Yeah, I can show you that if you come in here. So that is my electricity. That's for covering the windows, it's cold. That's my boiler, basically. So that is really good.
You even put storage behind
Every nook and cranny has to have something in it, honestly.
Oh my God.
Even here, look, I've got dining table.
What? Show me. Oh my God, my back is against the wall here. I'm like, how do I film this? Okay.
I can't get it out, it's too big. But he basically unclips and then these will come down. So there you go. And then you can fold it out and put it in there.
This is so unique. What do your friends and family think of your lifestyle?
My parents thought I was absolutely mad, and my friends love it. My parents love it now as well. I think people aren't surprised that I do it because I'm a bit of that sort of person. Like I just kind of jump into crazy things.
You consider yourself a minimalist?
Yes, I think, but that's more because my head is so busy that I like to have simple pleasures in life so I can keep active doing other things.
And if you stay in here for more than like if you're sick and you're just stuck in here, do you feel claustrophobic or do you feel lonely in here?
No, never. I like being on my own. When I got it, it was like a really ugly pale blue. So as soon as I came, I was like, gotta make it a bit funky because I'm an artist and that's what I do.
How long have you lived here?
2.5 years. Yeah, it's been a struggle, I'm not gonna lie. It was a massive learning curve and a lot of tears. I have a wood burner here that you basically put your wood in. It's very clean at the moment because I haven't used it for a while. But
it actually works.
Yeah, it works really well. You can actually boil the kettle on top and you can put a jacket potato inside and cook a jacket potato in there if you want.
It's a jacket potato.
Oh, a baked potato. A jacket potato is what we call it.
A jacket potato? That's a funny Britishism. A jacket potato.
It's like it's wearing a jacket.
So 2.5 years. What's been the best and the worst part about living here?
The best part is definitely the community. Like the boating community is all Very creative, very fun, very free. And obviously you're right next to nature, so you get to see like all the little birds and like just amazing things. And you get to move everywhere. The worst
You actually drive the boat around? Yeah. To go anywhere?
Yeah.
Even on the main Thames River, River Thames?
You can, I haven't.
You have to be like a certified driver to own this, right?
No.
You don't?
Anyone can do it.
Do you often host guests here, or you just kind of stay alone when you're here?
I have a lot of parties here, yes.
What's the maximum capacity that you can fit here?
10, but in summer, we could sit on the roof.
The government legally allows you to park on the side of the canal and just stay here?
So the maximum is 2 weeks. So you can't stay longer than that, and that's basically to keep the canals going, because otherwise everyone would stay.
But who's checking how long you stay?
There are people, they go up and down and they check your number plate. That's maybe why mine is facing inward. Mine's facing the wrong direction. I'm not gonna say why.
Not checking. Now they're checking.
No.
Wait, hold on a second. What if you stay 15 days? They could actually give you a fine?
They give you, not a fine, they give you a warning. They basically can ban you from having a boat license. And the boat license isn't like a driving license. It basically means that they've allowed you to be on the canal.
Can I ask you how much you spent on this whole project?
The boat itself was 24,000. And I've obviously upgraded it in certain ways. So I've given it better electricity. All in all, probably about 26,000. But I was paying rent before for £1,000 a month for one room in a 3-bed house.
So that's like 2 years of rent there, and now you have your own place.
And I have my own place.
How much does water and electricity cost?
Electricity and water free.
Really?
Because I got solar panels.
You seem really happy and excited to live here, and that's amazing.
I love it. I find it quite freeing because I had to get rid of a lot of my items. And I think living very minimally is a good way of like being happy.
What's your job?
I'm a video producer. And I also teach art classes, and I'm an artist.
Speaking of, can I see your art on your arms?
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's cool. It's like, so it's like a vine?
Yeah, there are different flowers, basically. And that's my dog, Gilbert. He's not here today, obviously.
Oh, where's Gilbert?
He's with my boyfriend. He's a bit of a nightmare. He's a little pug, and he just does...
I have a pug, too!
Do you?
You have a pug?
Yeah.
What?
I have a little black pug.
Oh, my God.
There's Gilbert.
Wait. Why is he not here? Damn, I know,
I'm
like
sorry.
obsessed with bugs.
He just gets in the way when I'm trying to do things like this.
What's in this? Just random stuff over here?
Yeah, that's just all my storage.
Yeah.
Like,
you have to make use of every inch
yeah,
in here.
even under here is storage. This is clothes.
Okay, gotcha.
All my clothes. Ah! Oh, you get a lot of spiders.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I hate spiders.
Where's it gone?
It's right there. You don't mind holding
I love spiders.
You love spiders?
Yeah, they get rid of the mosquitoes.
Oh my God, you're actually playing with a spider right now. That doesn't freak you out?
No, and I'm not going to get rid of him either. I'm going to keep him in here.
I hate spiders.
It's my resident spider.
We are now going upstairs.
Let's go out, let's go out. Oh. So, do you want to actually get on the top?
Sure. Why Little Drifter? Did you put that on there?
No, but it was called that before, but I will show you something.
Whoa, that's cool.
He's on me forever. So you basically just need to give yourself a big jump, get on top.
Can we sit on the solar panels?
Yeah, of course you can.
Wow, so the solar panels actually charge everything that you need?
Yep.
So when you're sitting on top of your house and there's people walking on the street, do you get weird looks or do you have people say, is that your house?
I have everyone talking to me or taking photos. Especially when I was in Camden, I think there's a lot of tourists around there, and someone actually pokes their head into my hatch to look in, and I was like, oh, hello.
Do you suggest it to people? Do you think it's a good lifestyle?
I think it's a lot of work. You need to be a sort of certain person to do it. You have to get your hands dirty. But if you like adventure and you like exploring new places and you don't mind being on your own, and you work from home, that helps. Go for it.
Shannon's life on the canal shows just how much sacrifice people will make to live in London. But just wait until you see what's next.
I'm taking the tube to South Kensington to meet our next interesting character of the day named Caesar. From what I've gathered so far, he lives in a tiny, tiny space. Excited to meet him and excited to take the tube. It literally is a tube, by the way. That's why it's called the tube. Quiet in here. Nobody talks. Weird. Travel tip, if you come to London, take the tube. It's like 2 times faster than sitting in traffic, trust me. This is a nice little area here. Fancy buildings, double-decker buses. Random thought here as I'm walking the streets of London. I can't tell if I like New York better or London better. They're both really similar in my mind. The biggest difference is that there's no huge skyscrapers here, but as far as like the diversity on the streets and the vibe of the different neighborhoods, it's pretty comparable to New York City. I'd like to hear your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. Which one's better, London or New York? I'm gonna say London. If we're gonna talk about food, it's New York. But if we're gonna talk about culture and just cooler things to do, I'm gonna go London. Good to meet you.
Hey, nice to meet you.
How's it
too.
going?
Yeah, good. I'll show you my tiny home.
Yeah.
Come up,
I'm
please.
coming.
Do come into my lovely home.
Bienvenidos.
Bienvenidos, yes.
This is cool, man.
Yeah.
This is the whole space?
This is the whole space. You see the bed is on top. This is my living sitting area where I have food, where I study, where I work sometimes.
Dude, this is my home.
Yeah.
Arizona's where I live.
Yeah.
You been there?
I've been to so many places in America.
This is the whole space right here. So like, does everyone have a space this small? Every flat here is this small?
No, I think this is one of the smallest places in London. Because this place used to be a caretaker cardboard, janitor's cardboard.
Do you pay much less rent than the other people here?
Yeah, I think so. But you know, the rent in London is crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I pay around £1,400.
Pounds for this place?
For this place, yeah.
That's a lot, bro.
Yeah.
That's too much.
The location is High Park, where we're going for a run, is my garden. So.
Can I do a little tour?
Yeah,
I'll take off my
please.
shoes. You have a little sink area here. Is this a rice cooker?
It's kind of like a air fryer.
Air fryer.
Air fryer.
This is like your little hideout area.
Yeah, I'm working from home today, so this is where I work today. This is my sofa, so down here I always put the winter clothes in here.
Wow, that's smart.
It's very smart.
You
Yeah.
need winter clothes here.
Yeah, this place is very well designed, right? Oh. Oops.
That's your mirror?
Yeah, I got this from China when I was there.
You can't even stand up.
Yeah, because, well, I'm not very tall either, but even I have to walk like this.
So is that stressful that you can't stand
No,
up?
it's okay. For me, it's fine. It's very quick to get into my bed. Just I need to climb the stairs. Here I am in my lovely bed.
How many years have you been living here?
Nearly 5 years.
And you love it?
Yeah, I love the place.
Do you have any plan to leave, or are you going to stay here?
Well, at the moment, my landlord, who is a really good friend of mine, is in the process of selling the flat, so I don't know what's going to happen.
Oh, you might lose it.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Yeah.
You're going to live in a bigger space.
I prefer location rather than space, but we'll see what happens. I'm not too sure.
What's your job?
I do office work.
And how many years have you lived in London?
Nearly 17 years.
Oh, wow.
It's a great city.
Everybody I talk to is like, I can't afford it, I can't afford it. So tell me about the prices here.
Yeah, the prices here are insane.
Insane.
It's like a coffee is like £5, pizza is like £15. For me, I think accommodation is the most expensive thing in London, in the UK. So if you go further out, it will get cheaper, but it's crazy. You need to have a really good job if you want to have an easy life here. Because I have some friends, they have 2 or 3 jobs because they have to pay rent. You know, they share a flat.
You never thought about living in a different area to be cheaper?
I feel like this is my home, so I really like living in here. I prefer to spend more money living in a small place close to my garden, High Park, than live further out and then have to commute. Let me show you the bathroom. Oh, there is not much space in here. In here I have some of my running shoes hanging here. And then this is the bathroom.
This is the whole bathroom?
Yeah. This is the whole bathroom, and then this is the shower. That's it. The sink, the toilet sink.
The sink is quite small.
Yeah, very small. Well, I have a cupboard here.
This is yours?
Yeah, it's also mine.
It's in the hallway?
Yeah, it's in the hallway, yeah.
Wait, so nobody steals anything?
No, I always leave it open. So in here, there's some more running shoes.
We're actually in the middle of the hallway, and
Yeah.
you've got extras. Did you put this here, or it was already
No,
there?
it was already there.
And your landlord just said, hey, you can take this as more storage?
Yeah, sure. I think every flat in this building has one of those.
It's just funny because like this is a staircase and people,
Yeah, it's here.
People live in the. I've never seen that before. Dude, it's so small in here, but like it's cozy. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm not like stressed about it. Like it's fine.
Yeah, me too. It's super well organized. You can, if I disconnect my laptop from here, and then I put this here, I can do this, and then I have more space. So yeah, it's really cool.
And when you watch TV, you just lay down here?
I lay down here.
This is all your marathon stuff?
Yeah, I've run.
Dude, you're crazy.
I've run 22 marathons in 5 continents for WaterAid, which is an NGO that provides clean water and sanitation facilities for everyone, everywhere. I also raise funds. I have a website as well called runcaesarrun.com, and so far I've raised nearly $25,000.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you so much.
That's so inspiring, man. How you do it all yourself.
Yeah, all by myself, yeah.
What is your motivation and your drive to like do good for society?
My dad suffered from cancer and then he got cured. And then I said, I wanted to do something to, to give back to the community. So then I started running, and then I ran 10 marathons to raise funds for cancer research.
Dude, you're you're like a really genuine person. It's crazy.
Well,
like I don't often meet people that are like really, like when they speak from the heart, you can feel it, you know what I mean?
I think my mom and dad made me like this, so you know, it's like...
You're very honest.
I get a lot of recognition. For example, I won an award a few years ago, signed by... Oop, be careful where you are.
I just came in here and I banged my head on the ceiling.
I won an award signed by King Charles. I don't do charity work or help people to get recognition. I mean, it's nice to get recognition, but I do it because I think is
the right thing to do.
Yeah, right thing. I think everyone should do at least something with their life to help people.
Do you have any final words of wisdom about life, about anything?
You just need to find your ikigai. You just need to find your purpose in life. So my purpose in life is helping people and supporting communities. So that's my advice for everyone.
Caesar's story is a reminder that in London, location matters more than size. But what makes a city truly great isn't just the neighborhoods, it's the diversity. Every corner of London feels like a different country. So my next stop takes me to a hood called Hackney, where I'm ready to experience a little slice of Bangladesh.
I'm here with Amina, and we actually met in Bangladesh a few weeks ago, which is pretty cool. Hi, Amina.
Hi, everyone.
How are you?
I'm very good, thank you.
Tell me about this area. This is called Hackney. What is Hackney? If you talk to anyone from London, what do they say about Hackney?
Whoa, I mean, it's always considered the most dangerous area.
Really?
I grew up here, so I've seen it all.
What makes this place so sketchy or dodgy, as you would
Well,
say?
it used to be. I would say it's a lot nicer now.
What kind of people live here?
Where we are right now, it's a little bit nice. If you look around, you can kind of see it's a little bit nice. So on one end of the street, you'll get really nice streets like this. And on the other end, it's a stark contrast.
Look at these Jews. Shalom. Dude, these crazy, these like pious Hasidic Jews. This
Do you
is
see how
so
it's changed?
bizarre.
And it's the same road.
Like we've just taken one road up and we're just like in this really ultra-Orthodox community. We're rolling up to Amina's building in Lower Clapton, Hackney.
So basically, this is all former council estates. A private company came and bought it. So now we have lifts, which we didn't have before.
So if you live on the top, you have to walk stairs.
You would have to walk up, yeah.
So wait, this is actually really interesting. Like all of the buildings around here, they're just made from the same brick and they all look the same from the outside.
Yeah, they are.
So growing up in a community like this, like you must know all your neighbors.
Oh yeah. I always knew all of my neighbors here.
Do you have a lot of Bangladeshis in the community?
So here in particular, we don't have many Bangladeshi families. So it's really diverse here.
This is your childhood house?
Yeah, I grew up here.
That's cool.
Yeah. Oh, guess what? Like everything, the door's broken. That's how you know what you're coming into.
Up we go. When you walk out your front door, you just see like 100 rooms in another building.
Yeah,
Like that's it, this is home.
yeah. This is where I ran around, learned how to ride a bike. Everything was here. Welcome to my crib. Joking. So here's the kitchen. Okay, you can't have a dryer and a washing machine, so it's very difficult. Yeah, L shape. And then
It's starting to smell like curry. What's over here?
my mom is what is that? Dal. Yeah, that's lentils.
That smells good. This is the kitchen situation here. This smells incredible in here. Like everything looks really fresh. Oh my God. You must have had a lot of great meals in this kitchen.
I did. Yeah.
Is there like all the curry powders in here or something?
Yeah. It's
The first one I opened.
Do it. Stay away. Stay
Why?
away from there. You know what that is?
Her room?
It's my room. You cannot look at this because this is crazy. First of all, I have been traveling. I'm allowed to have this. Okay, get out.
Nice to meet you. What's your name?
I'm Fatima.
Fatima. Lovely name. Wait, we're not leaving. Say again?
No. No. I hate you guys.
Okay. So this is a makeup.
Oh, you know what? This is actually a lovely thing. You should This is Amina. Somebody actually drew her.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
These are like new earrings that I bought from Bangladesh, and they're like gifts. So
For who, family?
I've unpacked them, but I've not.
How many
put them
times have you
away.
been to Bangladesh?
At least 6 times.
You live in London, which is like polar opposite of Dhaka.
Complete opposite, honestly.
Do you feel like half of you belongs in Dhaka and half of you belongs in London?
I do have an identity crisis all the time. Like when I'm over there, I don't really feel like I belong there, and they treat me very different. And over here, like there are some moments where I feel like I belong, but certain scenarios where I feel like I don't really belong here.
Do you
either.
agree?
They just think I'm a
Shit.
foreigner.
Sorry.
People in Bangladesh can smell me. They can literally smell me and
Well-
they know that I just don't fit in.
Well, you look Bangladeshi, but when you talk and when you act, like, what's the difference? Like, if you're walking on the street, how would someone know you're not from there?
First of all, I think my eye colour is not very Bengali.
Is it green?
Yeah. And obviously,
Swear.
I act a bit snobbish, like, ooh, smelly.
And how do you feel about, like, which one do you prefer?
I have a loony sister.
Is there any reason you would prefer Dhaka over London? And for any category, food, culture, anything like
Oh,
that?
yeah. The food is amazing over there.
And you speak Bengali
Yeah.
fluently?
My sister speaks even better than me. Like, she can do 2 dialects really well.
হ্যাঁ তোমার বাংলাদেশ কেমন লাগছে?
খুব ভালো লাগছে।
খুব মিস করছো?
হ্যাঁ,
হ্যাঁ?
অনেক।
But we also speak another dialect.
We can swap into another one.
From Sylhet?
Sylhet.
So, you know, it would be something like, তোমার earring যে সুন্দর,
হ্যাঁ।
আমার ভালো লাগে।
তুমি দিছো এটা, আমি
আমি
দিলাইছি।
জানি।
That means she gave it to my daughter and I wore it.
Okay, so what else can you show me?
This is the living room. My mom's like, whoa.
She's tidying it up. Hi.
Hello.
Thank you for letting me in your house.
My mom is actually practicing her English. She's quite
Aw.
good. She can actually speak a lot better than she gives herself credit for.
Are you from Dhaka?
Yes.
Originally?
Yeah.
Originally.
It's my mom that's from Dhaka and my dad is from Sylhet.
Got it. It looks nice in here.
Yes, so actually these are like my dad's old books. We've kept them. That's me. I don't know why. Hold on, actually I got one even better. If you stay right here, I'll bring it for you. That's me standing right here.
Oh, in this spot?
Yeah, and if you see, this was our old front door.
That's cool.
This is in my living room. I don't know why I'm putting this face.
At one point, we actually had like another two different families staying with us. Yeah.
So how many humans slept in this house at once?
Probably about a good 50.
Really?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But this is very Bangladeshi. We just make space. We're all, you know, we
And you all had one bathroom?
Absolutely, yes.
So what if 2 people needed to use it at the same
Then
time?
You're waiting.
Knock on the door and say,
You're waiting.
We would just knock on the door and say, like, get out.
The size of the home really doesn't matter in our culture. It's the size of the heart that really matters. We have really big heart.
That was lovely. Because it's so diverse here, and you said there's not a lot of Bangladeshis in this community, is it harder to get along with people? Is there kind of this like separational divide?
Not
No.
at all.
Are there cliques in this community?
No. Do you know when?
No and yes.
What do you mean?
No, there are no cliques. Because think about
Like
it.
all the juicing
when
out,
we
all the
grew
whatever.
up here, we got along with everyone. We knew all of our neighbors, right? You never really felt like the divide in terms of you're from here, you're from there. It was nothing like that. It was just you're simply from Hackney. That's it.
Do you consider this a small house?
This is normal.
It's very normal.
For this
yeah.
neighborhood?
Yeah.
Yes, all of them are like this. They're quite identical.
This is British English versus American English. I have a canker sore. Do you know what that means?
Never heard of it.
Sounds like kangaroo.
It's not Aussie English. A canker sore is usually called a mouth ulcer.
That's it! Oh, Ma, thank you.
Thank you. Donabad.
Yes, good. I was going to say
Shukriya. It's watermelon. Thank you.
Do you like watermelon?
You want some?
Yeah, it's cold.
So in Bengali, it's called tormuz.
Tormuz. It's really good. Thank you. Okay, I have some more words. Ready? Truck.
Truck is a truck.
Lorry. Lorry.
The word lorry is the name of a woman in my country. A sweater.
Jumper.
Pants.
Trousers.
Yeah, trousers.
Diaper.
Nappy.
Okay, so thing is, you know all the words because you've seen movies. If you just said to me, what is a nappy? I wouldn't know what it is.
Really? Yeah.
Flashlight.
Torch.
You're fast.
Sorry.
No, you're like
You said we're playing a game. I'm really competitive.
Vacation.
Holiday.
Eraser. On the opposite side of a pencil.
Oh, eraser, rubber. Sorry, I couldn't-
Rubber.
I couldn't understand.
Try to say it like me. Rubber.
Rubber.
Mm-mm. Try
Rubber.
to say rubber in American English.
Rubber.
Rubber.
Rubber. I think all of us did that. We rolled the tongue.
Rubber. Just want to let you know the watermelon was very delicious.
Look, she started getting you more.
What is this one?
Mango.
I'll try the mango.
You see, we are hospitable people.
Yeah, I never said
and
you
we
weren't.
continue to feed.
I feel like so cultured being here. This is great. I completely forgot I was in the United Kingdom for like the last hour. Except for your accent.
Yeah.
After visiting 4 of London's smallest homes, one thing is clear. This city pushes people to be creative if they want to live here on a tight budget. From tiny dumpsters to homemade boats to micro apartments, Londoners are reinventing what a home can look like. Finally, we are heading to Amsterdam, a city that is world famous for its narrow architecture and homes that are barely wider than a hallway. And we're starting right in the heart of the red light district, where a local artist named Puck transformed a simple studio into her entire world.
So we have like 3 levels. So I'm very happy that I'm on the first one.
No elevator?
No elevator. So
Smells like cigarettes.
So in the hallway we have like 7 studios.
Everyone is one person?
Yeah.
Here we go, we're coming inside.
There we are. Welcome.
Very nice. That's the first thing I see is the Aperol and the Absolute.
Yeah.
You have your little bar right there.
Yeah, I think you need it as a student.
It's not that small, but this is like
No,
for Amsterdam, this is probably like as small as
It's
they come,
quite
right?
spacious, but I don't need any more because I'm just on my own.
So this is your little closet. Can you give me a quick little
Yeah,
tour?
well, this is a closet, but this is like
Oh.
just my jackets because I have a lot of jackets. And my wash.
When I see this, I just know I'm in Europe because I lived 2 years in Prague and like they don't have dryers, or it's not common to have dryers. They have
Well, yeah.
washing machines, but no dryers,
Yeah.
so they hang their clothes. So we got jackets, dry clothes, mirror. This is an essential mirror,
Yeah.
of course. Table to eat,
Yeah, table to eat, table to study.
and this is the kitchen.
Yeah,
It's like a pretty complete kitchen.
it is.
You cook a lot?
No.
You don't?
No, not a lot.
Just in case you need a little toothpaste. I guess you brush here, it's easier.
In the bathroom, I don't have a sink.
Oh, really?
No.
So you have to brush here?
Yeah.
It's your only thing. We just walked down the hall and these are all bathroom doors and every resident has their own bathroom. What if you go in somebody else's bathroom?
Yeah, well, you don't because you have your own. So we can always like leave everything open because we're very comfortable with each other.
This is the shower, you have your own things.
Yeah.
Very cool. And this is the bedroom section.
Yeah, the bathroom living situation. Yeah, most of the times I don't even sit on this couch, but I'm just...
But it exists.
If I'm chilling. It is there. Normally there are more clothes maybe over there.
And no TV.
No.
This is nice. You got your pictures, just you and your friends,
Yeah.
family.
Friends, family, a lot of Polaroids.
This is awesome. Any
This
other
is the
details?
only window I have that can be opened. It can only open up like this. It's getting so freaking hot in the summer.
There's no AC. No naked ladies down here?
No, not anymore. When I
Oh, really?
when I moved in here like 3.5 years ago, there were. I can show you later. when
Like
we're
right here?
downstairs. Yeah.
So you would just look
Well,
out.
that window's over there.
Mm-hmm.
That used to have ladies.
Did you say, hey, hey?
Sometimes, yeah, when I was just chilling here by the window.
And do you feel like lonely or isolated that it's so small, or for you it's not small?
When I moved in here, it was like middle COVID, and we had like a curfew and couldn't do anything, of course. So then I felt quite lonely, and I need my social contacts. So that was that was a hard time.
And how much does this cost a month?
700 euros.
That's pretty good price. In New York City, this same place would be like $1,500.
Yeah.
So it's like almost half price.
I don't pay a lot, no.
No, it's a really good price, and like it's small, but it's not that small.
No,
like
it's doable.
It's doable.
It's very doable. I don't need more.
Puck's place might have caught you by surprise, but wait until you see our next apartment. Before we take a look, Puck wants to give me a tour of the famous red light district and help answer my burning questions.
When I research the happiest places in the world, the Netherlands always pops up in the top 5. Do you feel happy here?
Well, I'm happy, but I'm still human, so I'm not happy all the time.
Sure. Okay, so we are walking now, just right next to the red light district. So I'm keeping my camera down because there's like women in the windows and we don't want them to see us filming.
Yeah, and even as like the people who are living here don't like it when you're filming.
Mm. You live here.
Yeah, and
I'm filming.
well, we don't like when you're filming like the women
course.
behind the window or the people on the streets. It's a very private environment, you know?
You can see all the red lights, like the curtains over there.
So yeah, so they're like not home now.
Where are they?
In the evening, the closed curtain means
And how does
that
it work?
that they're occupied.
How does it work? Like, it's as simple as You just give them however many euros they want, like 100 euros, then they take you in the back room, they
No,
do your thing, and then they just
No,
leave?
they have like a starter price.
Mm.
So lots of times it happens and like they're knocking on the window, how much do they cost? And then it's like, oh yeah, it starts with 100 or with 50. 50 is most of the time just a job.
Mm.
And from there you
Negotiate.
continue.
It's crazy because like we're on the red light district right now, but you can just see it's so stunningly beautiful. I mean, it's like you're in the city of Amsterdam. It's beautiful canals, brick buildings. I love how there's just like cafes on the red light district and people are just chilling, having a drink.
Just people watching.
Yeah, just people watching.
Yeah, this is the oldest part of the city, but prostitution is one of the oldest jobs, like, at all.
It absolutely is. Why did she give the middle finger?
Because they were filming there.
Oh.
Her. From across the street, they were filming her.
It's crazy to think that Puck lives her everyday life surrounded by Amsterdam's notorious nightclubs. But before we check out the next place, she won't let me leave without trying the most typical Dutch diner.
This looks amazing.
Oh, cheers.
Cheers. That is damn good. What is it like to work here in this amazing environment?
It's nice to work here. I'm singing and dancing all the way.
Do you sing?
Yes, I sing a little bit.
What is this?
Een broodje hagelslag.
After that strange chocolate sprinkled bread, I say goodbye to Puck and walk around the canals to see what really makes Amsterdam unlike any other city in the world.
You can see the buildings here, they're all super slanted. Like, there's no straight line here. That's insane. When I look online and I look at the happiness index, the Netherlands is always in the top 5 of the happiest culture in the world. As a resident, do you feel like people are genuinely happy here?
Definitely. So my parents, they're from Afghanistan, but every time we travel another city or another country, they always say like, you know, at the end of the trip, they're always like, you know, thank God that we're here in Holland because we have healthcare. They give you money for each kid that you have, even education-wise. Like, there's always a way for you, in my opinion.
As I continue to wander, a small storefront catches my eye. It's a cozy little tea shop most people would walk right past without a second glance. From the outside, it looks like nothing special, but this is actually the smallest home in all of Amsterdam.
This is the whole size of one floor. In the metric system, it's just over 4.5 meters long by 2 meters 15, and Imperial, it's 15 feet by 70.
For all the Americans out there, that's what it is.
Yeah, no,
so
exactly.
it's now been converted into a tea shop, but what was this place 100 years ago?
100 years ago, there was a family living here. The family Esselaar. I still have a picture of them upstairs,
Oh, nice.
but we have a look later upstairs. And they were running here a tobacco shop. So over here, this was a shop and they were living upstairs. The building itself, it's much older. Was built in 1738.
1738?
Yeah, and what most people, if they visit Amsterdam here, is that there are many narrow buildings over here. And in the 17th and 18th century, people had to pay property tax based on the front of the building. So the wider the building, the more tax people.
So that's why they made it thin.
Yeah.
You can almost reach the whole thing.
Yeah.
This is your tea shop. When did you open the shop?
It's here almost for 12 years.
12 years.
Yeah.
You've done a great job. Can we see upstairs?
Yeah, let's have a look if I have to clean it up for you as well. But
No worries, man. I want to see it as is.
Yeah.
This staircase is crazy. Super narrow. Wow, I can't believe this is a house. This is the second floor.
This is, yeah.
Or the first floor, or second floor.
In Europe, it's the first floor. Yeah.
Where I come from, the second floor.
Yeah, no, exactly.
So it kind of actually feels like a house still. You have like a kitchen here,
Yeah.
you have like a living room. I imagine that 100 years ago, it actually didn't look that or feel that different. Like it's still arranged like a house.
It is, although, yeah, we're not sure. When this was built, people didn't really have separate rooms for living and sleeping, that kind of thing. So it was kind of fluid. My parents-in-law, they acquired the building in 1962. We have records of families of 6 to 7 people that were living here.
In this house?
In this house. And in combined, it's around 300 square feet or 228 square meters. So it's really tiny. And then
I don't
still
know.
had the shop downstairs as well. So it's only 2 floors where 6, 7 people were living. That's the last family that lived here. This picture is from 1918. And they had a tobacco shop here called Small But Brave. They even had a telephone number of 4 digits. It's
Oh my
even with
God.
one of the smallest windows in Amsterdam as well.
This is the toilet window.
At the end, you see the Walloon Church.
Enjoy the little things. I'm only 5'7". Holy crap. This is is so awesome. This is the upper level here. Whoa, man. It's unbelievable how tiny this is. This is the whole kitchen. What? Look at this. It is so cluttered in here, just things on top of each other. We don't know who these photos are. Creepy photos. Looks like a haunted house.
The tea shop sums up Amsterdam perfectly. Small, beautiful, and full of surprises. But now I'm about to meet up with Amsterdam's biggest YouTuber to see what he thinks about living here.
One of the reasons I actually left this city, because it got so small and it's very expensive, right? Yeah, everything is tiny. Everything is narrow, the streets are narrow, the houses are narrow.
Does it bother you at all that you have to, like, everything is so crammed here? Is it a problem living here?
Well, it depends on your height, and it depends on the size of your body.
What are you trying to say, bro?
But I have to admit, the city has done a fantastic job over the past years, actually, to sort of like open up a little bit. Especially if you look at like places like this, it's fine, man. It's all good.
Do you think it's true that people here are genuinely happy?
I think so, but there's a thing about Dutch people, and that's we very much like to complain about everything. So it's very strange, is that we're one of the happiest countries in the world, but then everybody's complaining all the time. Yeah, but I think it's because we're so happy, we have the time and the space to complain about stuff that doesn't really matter. I think that's what it is.
As I continue to search for small homes in Amsterdam, I pass by a university campus to try to meet some students and see their living conditions. And after just 20 minutes of waiting, I think I just struck gold.
Yo, dude, what's up? What's up? Can I ask you a question? Do you live in this building right here? This is like a student housing complex, right?
Yeah, I actually live here.
You do live here?
Yeah.
Do you live here too?
No, I don't live here.
You live somewhere else?
Just he lives here.
Do you mind to give me like a house tour for 5 minutes?
It's a bit messy, but like...
Yeah, it's fine, dude. I'm making a story about the smallest living spaces in Amsterdam, and that's why I came here. Is it cool if you show me in?
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
Let's go.
I appreciate it. What's your name?
Jesse.
Drew.
Sure.
Your name?
Yo, man.
Pleasure to meet you guys.
He actually has the smallest house I've seen in Amsterdam, so
Yes.
this is the perfect opportunity.
Awesome, man. How long have you been living here?
About a year and a half now. It's pretty nice, I would say. It's just a bit small, and then you have to share, with a lot of people, like 17 people, sharing a kitchen and bathroom.
17 people? What?
Yeah, but it's all students, so, can bear with it.
Someone tried to break in.
All right, let's go. So this is like a kind of studying area, I guess, but nobody really study.
It smells like a sewer in here. Damn, dude.
Yeah, and that's the elevator. And downstairs we have like the parking lot for bikes.
Nice.
Yeah. So living the third floor.
Where are you guys from?
I'm from Mongolia.
Mongolia, bro. I love that country.
But I grew up here.
And you?
From China.
China? Nice, nice. All right.
All right, so this is my flat. Then you can tap it in. So this is like other students can be here, and there's some graffiti, some arts. And I live in like this kind of corner room.
We're way in the back corners.
I can open the light so you can see better.
There we go.
And let me open the door. There you go. That's my little room right here. It's a bit messy. I'm sorry, I didn't clean.
This is the whole room.
Yes, it's quite small.
Yeah, this is probably the smallest place in Amsterdam.
Could be.
Bro, how much do you spend for 1 month in rent to live here?
416, around that.
That's pretty cheap. Got your bed right here, right by the window.
Yes.
You got your little dresser here.
Yeah, just some random stuff.
And you got your panda bear, very Chinese of you.
Yes.
Gotta have a panda bear. What's it like living in here?
Pretty cozy, I would say. And you just wake up and working on my laptop and stuff, playing some music.
What do you play?
I play guitar, actually, playing a band in Amsterdam.
I want to hear a 20-second sample.
Well, I made a song because my upstate neighbor is like really annoying. So it's basically like, all the clash is made by you. No, you're such a hoe. I want you to know, no is above, no is above. Yeah, something like that.
Do you think he heard you?
Well, I hope they hear it.
So this is the whole spot. Nice, man.
Yeah. You might not take a shout out to my band?
Yeah, go. What is the
band? Common Sexuality. Please follow us. We make alternative rock inspired by 90s music and some punkish, grungy.
Are you musically gifted as well?
No, but the only thing I do is some Mongolian throat singing.
What? Bro, that's the coolest shit ever.
Yeah.
You can do that?
I'm here with Drubinski.
That is incredible, man. Wow, I never thought.
Come to Mongolia.
I never thought I would hear Mongolian throat singing here in Amsterdam.
Awesome, man. So this is the whole flat.
Here's the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's more stickers and yeah, there's a man bathroom and there's the female one. So
everybody shares this?
Yeah.
How many people share this bathroom?
17.
17,
Yeah.
bro. I feel like I've been transported to a completely different universe in here. Even though these dorms are tiny, I can only imagine how cool it would be to go to college in Amsterdam. But not everyone in the city is squeezing into tiny rooms out of necessity. Some people choose to live small if it means doing it in style, like our next apartment. Hey, bro.
Hey, man.
What's going on?
Good, how are you?
Drew.
Yeah, welcome.
Pleasure, man.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Thanks for having me over.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Welcome to my home, man.
The luxury home.
Yeah, the little luxury tiny home, actually. You're entering in our little dining area.
Literally like the windows here and it's just boom. So
Yeah.
people watch you eating.
Yeah, they watch eating. Yeah, there's everybody walks by and they watch. Sometimes the little baby is here. Actually, we live with 3 here. Little baby from 8 weeks, my girlfriend, and the little dog. I think it's the dog's.
Congrats on the baby.
Yeah, thank you.
That's
Yeah,
really cool.
Yeah.
So is this normal? Like the table of your dining is on the wall?
On the wall, yeah, because it saves us a lot of space.
Cool. So let's see what else you got in here.
This is like, it looks like a wall, but actually this is like the.
Ooh.
Wow. This is basically the bathroom of the toilet room. Yeah.
Really, what a nice way to save space. You always have these like vertical ceilings in here.
Yeah, because this is the upstairs of the stairs from the upstairs neighbors.
I'm from the US, right? Everything's
yeah.
big in America. This sink is absolutely tiny. Like my hand, it's literally the size of, and I have small hands.
Yeah.
You guys are so used to that, right?
Yeah. But this is actually for the toilet room, but we have maybe a bigger one in the bathroom. Yeah. Every storage space we are using, because this here behind here, there's like the fuse box area.
Oh
so we
God,
basically need it for all the grocery and the shoes we store here. Yeah.
Oh man, this is so cool. I would have never guessed that you have all this in here too.
This is the kitchen, but also everything is like storage. So basically, here is the all the glasses.
Is this your design? Like your idea?
Yeah, it's my design. Yeah. I'm interior designer actually, so that's why.
This is so unique.
Yeah.
It saves so much space this way.
Basically, here's the dishwasher, for example. And this here, the microwave, the fridge.
So everything is here.
Everything is here, yeah.
Let me see where you've traveled.
Oh, yeah.
China,
of
nice.
course.
Love
Yeah.
China. Brussels, not the greatest place. Amsterdam's
No.
better. Hong Kong,
Kong,
okay.
yeah.
New York. Do you like New York?
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah.
Be honest. Yeah.
Not actually. I like Portland more, man. I've been a few times in Portland. Yeah.
Cape Town, that's a
Cape
real
Town.
place.
Yeah.
That's a great city.
Yeah, this is like a boiling water tap. So it's basically there's coming boiling water out of the tap.
What?
And basically, if you want like sparkling water.
What? You have
This
sparkling
is sparkling
water
is
too?
going out of the tap.
Dude.
Yeah.
Man, I love sparkling water. Can I try it?
Yeah, of course. Here,
You're like a legend, man.
Straight out of the tap.
Sparkling water.
And actually also chilled, right?
Perfect. It's like Pellegrino.
Yeah, Pellegrino.
Tastes like Pellegrino, man.
Yeah, it's Pellegrino out of the tap.
Insane,
For free,
dude.
Yeah. So this is the kitchen, and then we go enter the living area.
It's very narrow here. This is
Yeah,
normal
it's
to
really
the
narrow.
kitchen. Like you
It's
can
like
fit
4 meters
Yeah.
wide at the widest point.
Yes.
Yeah. And basically here it's like 3 meters, and this is like just 80 centimeters.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just enough to
walk.
Yeah, to walk. Yeah.
Wow,
yeah.
very dude. This is so it's luxury as hell. in here.
Yeah, it's a bit luxury. Yeah. So basically, this is the living, and then we have a few nice things here. First, we go to the bathroom.
Secret room.
Yeah.
Okay, nicer bathroom. Okay, a little bit bigger of a
Yeah,
sink,
but
but
still-
Americans would still say this is tiny.
It's tiny, yeah. If we throw a party, we just pocket doors in.
Wow, man.
And then
that opens up like a whole new space.
yeah,
here.
and you can basically throw a party here now. Yeah. And if you want to watch TV,
What? Man, how did you invent that? Like,
yeah, basically the system is quite easy to buy, but you have to build around the cabinets and stuff. So yeah.
do you have like a pull-out bed under the couch or no?
No, we don't have. No. This is just basically this is not a couch. I think it's more like a love seat because it's not. Yeah.
A love seat.
Yeah, love
Very
seat.
Dutch way to say
Yeah,
couch.
love seat. Yeah.
Is this your bedroom?
Yeah. Come here.
Hey, buddy. How are you? Hello. Is this your bedroom?
Yeah, this is the bedroom. Yeah. So basically, we have some storage space around it. Here's also for all our clothes and stuff.
Yeah.
We store it in here.
You don't have like a secret refrigerator in here?
No, no, no.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
This is pretty cozy. It's a pretty good room.
Yeah,
Is this a
it's-
1-bedroom flat?
Yeah, it's a 1-bedroom flat.
And you got some outside area, patio?
Yeah, it's actually, we call it more like a garden. Yeah.
Oh, this is great.
Like this is in the middle of the city.
It's not common to have this.
No, it's not common because most of the houses are like this, so that everybody was building in the garden houses. But in this area, you have some gardens. It's really nice.
As I understand correctly,
Yeah.
these are different neighbors.
Yeah,
each floor.
Yeah. I think there are basically you call it in America the ground floor,
Yes,
right? And then you have the first, second, and the third floor, and the third floor has like two floors.
This is like a really cozy spot. Like, how many square meters is this?
The garden of you mean
that's the flat.
The flat's like 48 square meters.
So it's not very big.
No, it's not
on
very big.
paper, but when you actually hear it, it
feels big. Yeah.
It feels spacious. Yeah. Do you mind me asking how much do you pay for rent every month?
We don't actually pay rent. We have a mortgage. So the mortgage is like 3050. 1350. Yeah.
1350.
Yeah, 13.
That's not bad.
No, that's not bad. No, that's actually really nice.
Per month.
Yeah, per month. Yeah.
And how much do units like this cost? Like,
if you want to buy the place, like 400,000 euros.
Okay. This is just so awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah, man. Thank
How
you.
old are you?
38.
Hey, Makan, let's play some tunes. Set the mood. I'm honestly pretty jealous of Martin's tiny home, but it's time to move on to the next place. My local friend Jesse and his father Lex, who's a longtime taxi driver, offers to take me there while exploring some local neighborhoods along the route. We're kind of in the Amsterdam Noord station.
Yeah, in the newest part of Amsterdam Noord. It's now from 10 years they built all the buildings here, and it's not really cheap to living there.
The city has evolved so much in 40 years. How has it evolved in a good way, and how has it evolved in a bad way?
In the bad way is that the people are not really coming anymore from Amsterdam. Yeah, the good way, everything goes on. We missed the humor of the Amsterdam people. We had a lot of humor, alcohols, a lot of Jewish humor, you know.
How often is it that you get to ride with your father?
Well, sometimes he used to pick me up from school when I was heading home or anything, but not much. He don't pay, you know. I'm a Jewish guy. This whole area where I just driving to, that is the area where I said, where they built special for the people what's coming in.
I see this.
It is really small houses,
Yeah.
but now the houses you pay 450,000 euros. And before it was about, when I grew up, it was maybe about 27,000 guilders.
So we have found a neighborhood here with all these tiny homes. They just have
Yeah.
cute little
They have
front
a little
yards.
garden on the front and a little garden on the back side. But you see, it's a real small houses.
Everything here is mini, like the cars are mini,
Yeah.
the staircases are this wide, the sinks are like, I can fit my hand in the sink. Why is it such a mini place?
Everything is small here.
Why? Is it because the
I must
country's
drive
small?
a Chevrolet like
I should take you guys to Texas and show you some real big
yeah,
things.
I know, I've been a couple of times in Florida. I know that there are big cars.
And what do you think about the sizes of American things?
Depends what kind of size.
It's hard not to love the humor and hospitality of the Dutch, but now Jesse and Lex are dropping me off to meet our final small home dweller in Amsterdam, and this might be the craziest one yet. I made it here with Chief, who lives on this boat. What's up, Chief? How you doing?
It's cracking, son.
It's a beautiful evening in Amsterdam. We got late sunshine, and Chief's gonna give me a tour of his boat. Let's go.
Let's go. Backwards.
I didn't even know it was possible to live on a boat here. Cool.
Welcome.
How many years have you been living here?
7.
Pretty good view. Probably best in the city, to be
There's
honest.
Moon Tower right there.
Yeah. Is that building?
Yep.
So this is your kitchen?
It's my kitchen.
It's like proper.
Thank you, bro. It's my little setup.
Little setup? It's not a little setup. You got all the gadgets, bro. What's the inspiration for music for you?
I'm from Suriname, so I like, Caribbean music and.
Yeah, that's an interesting point. So Suriname was a Dutch colony.
Was.
And so people there still speak Dutch.
Yes.
There's a huge Surinamese population here, right?
Yep.
Like hundreds of thousands?
I think there might be more here than there.
Really?
I think.
And are you like tight with those people here, or is it just every man for themselves?
There is a certain knowing, right?
You see them on the street, it's just like this.
It's like, you want to hear what I made yesterday?
Yeah. Sick, dude.
I love techno music. This is awesome, dude. Okay, so you got hammock. Do you actually use that?
It's from Suriname, definitely.
You use it?
Yeah, it's like
Nice.
a 3-person hammock.
All right.
It's really great.
When you enter the bathroom, you gotta duck your head and go way down here. Whoa, man. Got bathtub, shower over there. You don't have any issues with getting like running water?
No.
Yeah, how do you plug it in? Like
It's just there.
It's just
Like
there.
a lot of people ask me, you live on a boat, isn't that weird? But I got like heating and warm water and gas and everything, bro. It's just like a house.
How much do you pay for rent?
I'd rather not say.
How do you fit this big ass piano in this tiny door?
So it's a really funny story like this. So I bought the piano first, called the mover. And the first one came, he's like, yeah, you got a wooden roof, you can't walk on it. So second guy came, like, nah, not gonna happen. And then I asked the third piano mover, and he said, as he was leaving, he said, nah, it's impossible, but you're gonna need a crane for that. I was like, say that again? You're gonna need a crane for that, we don't have a crane. I was like, but cranes exist. I'm saying I'm gonna do something unrealistic.
Holy crap, dude, they actually dropped it with a crane?
Like a little package.
Wow, they dropped it in
Yep.
That's awesome, dude.
So ever since this day, I'm kind of obnoxious when people tell me, that's not really realistic. I'm like, I don't care about realistic.
Dude, steepest stairs in this freaking city. I don't understand.
Like a ladder, huh?
Every staircase in the city is like vertical. Doesn't make sense. Wait, is that your boat too?
Yeah, this is my side boat.
You have a side boat?
It's my side boat. Let's go on the canals.
Chief is gonna take us for a spin on the side hustle boat over here.
Why did you put the hustle in there?
I don't know.
I said side boat, you said side hustle boat.
Everything for you is a side hustle. You can just get this boat and attach it to your boat without any permits. You can just do that.
That's the little perks. You gonna ninja jump, bro? Hey, like a ballerina.
Do it. Dude, what a life, man. This is so, so cool.
You like oysters?
Yeah, bro.
Let's get some.
As a tourist in this city, the only boat opportunities that you have are those boats. You don't really get...
Did you notice that nobody's ever smiling on those boats?
Yeah, I know.
So every time I pass here, these guys are in the window smoking and drinking beer and ice cream. What a life
But
to
they-
them. They're like,
they live there?
We do that every time, yeah.
That's their house?
Yeah, that's their house.
Dude, we're just surrounded by boathouses, but like, I didn't even know that...
That's weird, right?
You only
It doesn't
know what you
register
know.
like homes.
Yes, you just
Yeah.
register them as homes now. Shit, dude. Damn. Are you able to just dock it where you want, or there's specific places you can dock it?
So the rule is you can dock unless you can't. So if it's not like prohibited, like this whole side here, there's no signs. You can probably dock, but you can't because there's no mooring spots.
Every time I look up online, like what are the happiest countries in the world, the Netherlands is always in the top 5, always. I think it's, as a tourist here, I do think that there's a lot of truth to that, just judging by how the people are. But as a local, such as yourself, are people actually happy here? Generally speaking.
I mean, I can't speak for
of course
society, but I'm happy.
Well, that's a good answer.
You know what's a really Dutch thing to do?
Tell me.
Complain. Yeah, there's
I like
a Dutch saying like, a goede boer klaagt altijd. That means a good farmer always complains. It's like really deep in the culture, right?
This is where we're going.
No. It's coming to you.
Really?
Yeah.
We just stay in the boat?
Yeah.
What? Enjoy. Thank you.
I'll bring these back later, okay?
Sounds good. I've never been served oysters on a boat right now. I feel like I'm so spoiled. Those look like proper oysters. Cheers, dude. Yeah. What a treat, man. It's got a perfect taste to it. So if
It
you're
looks
just talking
like-
to someone and you're not paying attention, you get your
Oh
head
yeah,
cut off.
oh bro, like important boat rule. Before you get up on a boat, look at the front.
Yeah, and if you hit your head, you're probably dead. Dude, this is so scenic, man. Oh my
Oh, yeah.
God. What are we doing here?
Getting some karage and some takoyaki, I guess.
Fried chicken?
Yep, and octopus balls.
And this might be the most beautiful corner of the whole city that I've ever seen. Look at this. Hey, the food is here. Thanks, bro.
These are the snacks, right?
Thank you.
Thank you, brother.
Appreciate it. Window shopping. I can't tell you how enjoyable of an experience it is to cruise the canals by boat. Roll up to a few restaurants, order food. Dude, it's like when you're sitting in business class and all the people walk by you in economy and you're like,
There's the economy right there.
yeah, there's the economy. That's how it feels. Thank you.
I just put a little soup in your notebook.
I love you, bro.
Thanks, man. That's very kind of you. Thank you. Most of the tourists that come here, like, just come here
Oh,
and
whoa.
want to get high and shit.
Is that
Still got to split the whole thing.
Do you think that it
Yeah.
attracts the wrong tourists to come here? Like, does that bother you?
No.
Kids like peeing in the street, running around.
Oh hell no! Like the drunk people are way more annoying than the stone
I
people.
agree with that.
Oh,
Amsterdam getting dark. It's like 10 p.m. right now. You got that summertime, late sun.
Let's do the. We're gonna do the red light thingy. Mm-hmm. What did I tell you, bro?
So good, dude. Your life is amazing. Do you even realize that?
Thank you, bro. Yeah, I feel very grateful.
The cheap of Amsterdam. We are approaching the red light district, which, yeah.
So let's say frowned upon.
Frowned upon.
What's your head?
Just say you made a wrong turn and you got lost.
I did get lost, bro. What you talking about? Let's go window shopping for real, for real. We're doing it, bro.
Look at this guy right here. I can't believe we're doing this right now.
I gotta show you the right Amsterdam experience, Drew. Come on, you're with fucking Chief right now.
We are illegally cruising down the red light district right now at night. You don't want to turn around, you're just gonna go through
Yeah,
it?
we're gonna go back because these are mall cops. They didn't even register us. Look. They didn't even register.
You live near the red light district. It's just normal for you? Like for us, it's such a spectacle. Like Amsterdam red light
True.
district, you know? But you live here, so.
I do get it's a feeling, you know? Like it's a rebellious feeling. I still have that but they kind of fucking it up, bro.
How has Amsterdam changed in the last 10 years?
So the people that are not from Amsterdam who live here and start complaining, they make it really tame. Like look, no alcohol on the street,
Yeah, you're
right? No this, no that, no fun allowed. These two
Yeah.
are scammers.
They are?
Yeah. They scammed one of my boys. The guy went in, but he didn't like negotiate or, you know, he was shy, right?
What's the normal price?
It used to be 50. I'm not sure what it is now. He just asked, how much is it? She said 100. He went in, right? But he didn't ask 100 for what? He paid for like a blowjob. He paid 200 for a blowjob, bro.
Damn, this is so nice. Amsterdam by night is so much better than Amsterdam by day. I hope you enjoyed experiencing a local side of Amsterdam that you never knew existed. It's a good reminder that life here isn't about how much space you have. It's about the stories you create inside it.